First down, dogs.
All right, we're doing it. West Industry Athletics Super Bowl weekend.
Sounds like a Super Bowl party.
We made it. We made it. There's an actual Super Bowl party happening here right now. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
Feels like it.
I feel like I need a bye week.
I mean, last week could have been a bye week.
I had a bye week. But I guess that's what happens when you're the number one seed in the playoffs.
Oh, see.
You get a bye week going into the Super Bowl.
Comes back to that.
You've turned things around a bit.
If you're following along on Instagram, you could tell what week it is by how wrinkled the West Industry Athletics sign is. Every single week, I've noticed that. Every week I walk in here, it's more wrinkled from the week
Because somebody takes it down and crumples it up in a ball and throws it in the corner for 6 days.
Yeah.
And we take it out 10 minutes ago.
We'll iron it out before next week, before next year.
We got a lot to iron out before next year.
Yeah.
Like, what order we do the picks in?
Yeah, a lot.
Who goes first?
I won't be winning as
How
much,
to
so I won't
say
be going
cojito.
Cojito.
We learned a lot. So, have you gotten over the last week's whole thing?
I don't know what you're talking about.
But let's break it down just a little bit.
Okay,
before
please.
We get into
Let's
it.
do this.
You said,
Let's have a therapy session.
I don't know if I can make it.
That's
My
not what I said.
bosses are in town. If we're going to do it, we got to do it real late.
That's not what I
Real late. I do remember we got to do it real
I said
late.
I could be there by 9. I said, we can do one. I'm definitely down to do one because I have a lot to talk about. I said, but I have a dinner meeting. I'll be there by 9.
That might have turned
please,
shaky.
please don't forget about me.
You just threw in the a lot to talk about. Now you're adding shit in there. You never said I have a lot to talk
No,
about.
I said I'll be there by 9. And you guys, no, forget it. We're not going to do it. So I
We
said,
weren't
okay.
going to do it.
We weren't going to do it.
Then we got fucked up.
And then you didn't say anything. So Thursday morning, I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden my phone beeps. And it's like, new podcast alert. I was like, that's
you
weird.
Really, you really didn't even know?
Shitty
I had
way
no
to find
idea.
out.
You lying?
I swear to God, how would I know? So then I'm like, new podcast. Like, my podcast, I have the app that I have that goes off at like 7 a.m. every day. And then it's like, here's what's new for the day to listen, and then you download the ones you want. So it was like, I don't know, midway through the morning, and it's a new podcast. Like, how's that possible?
Must be a best of.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? And then I saw West Industry Athletics. I was, okay.
We were talking about cricket last week. You listen to it, right?
Talk about The Sopranos. But we did. We talked about you a lot.
We did. It's like you were here, but you weren't.
Except that I wasn't.
So the real question is, now that you've been made, what's it like?
Hey, listen, we can't talk about that.
Okay.
You're not in front of ours.
I went outside before, and I thought I heard somebody screaming from the trunk of your car.
Nope.
He's going to go knife him in the trunk later.
Look at this painting. I love this painting. This dog's looking that way. You got this dog. He's looking the other way.
Doesn't he look like somebody we know?
It's beautiful.
All right, so we can't talk about that. What about poker? Any highlights, any lowlights you guys want to talk
Well,
about?
he certainly has highlights.
Yeah. I'll continue my hot streak.
So he got mad because he wasn't invited to the podcast.
Yeah.
But
Took it out on the poker table?
We weren't going to do it and took it out on the poker table.
I said, my pride was hurt. I said, I'm just going to take all their money now.
Ward and I touched the money a little bit, too. We went out for a
of course you
cigarette
did.
break.
Yeah.
No, well, we went out for a cigarette break, and we were high stack.
Just one?
What do you mean?
You went out for one cigarette break.
Listen, you guys had Ward there the entire night talking. He didn't smoke many cigarettes. That guy didn't move. But yes, I went out for my
More
ninth
cigarette talk. That was
I
what was
went
fun
out
about
for
last
my
podcast,
ninth
too.
cigarette break. But we touched the money. We were talking because we were both high stacks, and we're like, we came in first and second last time at the Holy Black.
So you were colluding against me.
And we were colluding to the fact that, like,
You were
if
just
we
gonna
win.
grind me out.
You
I
guys
said,
were
if
working
we
together?
win. No, weren't working together.
What, a road game?
Couple of mechanics?
I was the first one out. But we were like, we didn't split it last time. We should probably do 70-30. Should have known as soon as we were talking about that. You fucking beat me on two hands.
Yeah.
That I can't say. I was going all in with those hands anyway. And you double and then triple and then quadruple.
I was 3 to
fucking
4.
up on me.
You guys had 3 to 4 times my stack when it was the three of us.
Absolutely.
And then it was just I picked up 2 bets, doubled up against you,
Yep.
picked up like another bet or 2, and then doubled up again, and then knocked you out, took it in, and then
Took it out on me.
leaned on the other guy, and
You took my money.
down.
I was getting pocket aces all night. I was getting pocket kings. I was killing it for about an hour. And then the game went too long.
it didn't matter what I had in my hand.
I don't think I got a suited or pair.
Nothing, right? You and Hearns were like, no cards.
Nothing.
But you were in it at least. I think he folded all his chips away.
You got to be
folded
patient.
a lot of a ship's way.
You got to be patient, then you got to
Yeah.
make a move. I think I went all in with 2 5s.
What happened with him? He made it like a big move on a pot and then kind of abandoned it. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's your move, man. Like follow that through. And he
Well,
didn't.
Ralph did that like 3 times and then
He's-
caught a bunch of rivers.
Shit-faced drunk.
Yeah, I think he saw the flop on the first 23 hands in a row. I was like, that's got to be a fucking record.
Next tournament, we'll get the pocket cams in so everybody can watch along and
Yes.
stream it. You know,
I should have filmed more. That was my fault. I got excited.
you got the end. You got game 2 of poker.
I
night
did.
when this guy was throwing jokers around.
That was unbelievable. Why? I don't know why they kept in the deck. Like we had 2 decks, we shuffled, and then they went back in the box.
There was a different set of decks.
I don't know what was happening at that point of the night.
Yeah,
I really don't.
it's good times. There'll
I'm lucky I
definitely be
brought
another
a
one.
driver.
Thinking early April,
Perfect.
round 2. Try to get
Perfect.
20 people and make it even more of chaos.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
All right, so we're like 10 days in with no football. What's the weirdest thing you bet on in the last 10 days?
NBA.
That's it?
Yeah, I didn't go to. I mean, I shouldn't be betting on NBA. I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone.
Nothing?
You were there.
I was going to
11-year-old U11 flag football.
Shut up.
It was a championship.
It was a championship. It was on TV.
Panama.
Give a shit what it was.
We started throwing money down at the bar.
It was Panama and Texas, Austin?
I don't know, something like that.
I only remember.
Did you lose?
No, I fucking
They
cleaned
scored
up.
1 touchdown.
It was 7-0 final.
Get that.
The over/under was 6.5.
That's boring. Was it really?
Yeah, it was 11-year-old girls flag football. Like they weren't exactly scoring, throwing the ball over the
I didn't
yard.
even hear the girl part. I swear to God.
Great catch, though. That touchdown was a
The
great
one catch.
Nobody caught a pass in the first half. It was amazing. Not one catch in the first half, and the second half they started dialing it up. Like, oh,
Fucking
okay.
great
This
catch.
was on TV.
Yeah, they had this fucking ginger. She
Right
was
before the
like
Pro Bowl.
She was like 5'4", 5'5", probably about a $110. Monster middle linebacker. She would come blitzing on every play from like 7 or 8 yards out. She had like 2 sacks. She swatted a pass down. Oh,
Holy Jesus.
absolute monster.
I mean, for the over under to be 6.5. That's
This little ginger girl. Yeah, it was
I
great.
thought she was like 6'4".
She looked 6'4" because they were 11.
Her last name was Dalton. She was Andy Dalton's niece.
Dalton's niece. And she was redhead.
I bet on soccer this weekend.
Oh my God, you're out of your mind.
Like, it's okay to bet on soccer if it's just like straight up, but it was a same game parlay for soccer, but you don't even really know what to do. It was like the side. I think I had the side. I had the one team winning by 2, and then both teams to score.
my God, soccer winning
You
by
you were
2.
waiting for a 3-1 game in soccer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
It was Real Madrid.
That thing could
I
have
don't know.
ended
That
0-0.
Yeah.
One team I lost. The team that I picked won. I lost. Both teams scoring. The other team didn't score. And
Man, oh man.
I got USA to win the medal count, total
Nice.
medal count.
nice.
That's about it.
Oh, you did a future?
The winter Olympics.
I heard they didn't have any yet.
Oh yeah, they did.
Oh, no golds. They didn't have golds yet or something like that.
It's just
Yes.
a total medal count. It said.
Okay. All right. All
I
right.
haven't watched a stitch of Olympics. Nor do I
I watched a
care
little bit of the luge
Yeah,
yesterday.
we were watching curling at the bar the other night.
My wife thinks curling is dumb as shit. I think it's so much fun.
It's fun.
Unbelievable.
Fun
What
to
are
watch.
those brushes really doing? Are they directing the ball or putting more speed on the ball?
I think all of that.
Speed, because they're cleaning it, and then when they get closer, they start.
No direction.
I think they're doing both.
Oh, I'm sure if you clean a certain way, it's going to move
Yeah.
a little left or right. Absolutely.
I think it has a lot of effect.
There's a bar in Chicago
Yeah.
called Kaiser or something or other,
So is
and
it.
they have it in the backyard.
So
They have legit curling in the backyard.
Really?
Yeah, it's amazing.
I mean, listen. Some of the I only watched it for a little bit. Some of those shots, they were real precise.
yeah.
Real precise.
Fucking, it's bocce ball on ice. Let's be
I
honest.
know, but they like the way it just slides in there. It's interesting. Can we bet on that?
I haven't looked at those bets.
There's no way I can't do
I
it.
stay away from the
I
Olympics.
got to stop with the NBA. I got to stop with the NHL.
Once the hockey gets real, once the hockey
ridiculous.
for the Olympics gets a little bit deeper, I'll start looking at it. But it's too early.
The problem is that you're going to bet very heavy on each one of those playoffs. NBA, NHL, you personally
Yeah.
are betting on those playoffs heavy.
Sure.
That's the problem.
What do you mean?
That's the problem.
How's that a problem?
That's the problem.
You don't know hockey.
No, I don't.
That's what I'm saying.
But you
You're
scroll through Twitter long enough, you can fucking find anything.
All right.
You know.
You don't
right.
know football, and look how well you did this year.
Hey, ba-dum-bum.
Shots fired. Still salty about not being here last week.
I guess so. And losing.
All right, so the postseason standings. Here we go. We'll set the stage right now for the Super Bowl.
We don't have to talk about these.
We're going to start off with Kurt Money over here. This guy's blowing goats this postseason.
Wow.
As soon as gambling became legal, this guy turned his attention to more important things like the NHL and the NBA. Also, like the logical gambling sports are football and college basketball.
Right.
Prefers to bet NBA over college basketball, which is
I think
college
basketball is crazy.
Just throwing, yeah, but it's easier to find an edge than the NBA when half the guys don't even fucking want to play.
And I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not saying I'm doing the right thing right now, okay? I'm not going to argue with you.
Gambling became legal. This guy forgot how to bet. He's 3-7 in the postseason.
Ugh.
You got 3 wins? I didn't think you had 3.
Shut up.
Tripp and I are tied going into the Super Bowl, 6-4.
All right, good for you guys.
Yeah.
Should be more than that.
What's that?
I think it should be more than that.
I mean, the Giants weren't in the fucking
I know.
postseason.
Well, that's why I have a winning record.
Good for you guys being 6-4.
So it's all going to come down to this weekend.
It's that fucking wild card weekend, man.
And the guests.
Bad news bears.
Didn't make us proud in the regular season, and they're not making us proud in the postseason. 4-6.
We need smarter friends.
4-6.
We do need smarter friends.
We need fucking Sal. That's really what we need.
Sally Dogs. Saw his boxes on his stories today, selling some boxes.
Follow him.
I mean, it's on our site.
But we're going to give them a chance to redeem themselves, hopefully, if we get the headphones back from the other room by the time this end of this podcast is over.
We'll see if it works.
We'll see. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Super Bowl pick for us in the studio. We're going to call all of the season's guests, attempt to, see who's awake.
Try to. Yes.
A couple of them know we're calling them. Others don't. Tripp's son took all the money he won the other night. I think he's at the scene tonight, Comac. And we're going to get their picks just on the game itself. I can't get into props with this crew.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
I mean, Chris,
AJ's fucking probably wearing some sort of a mini skirt right now.
Yeah.
Chris is probably going to try and get some
Of course.
props in there.
Yeah. And then, depending upon how that works, we're going to go and pick 3 props each from this weekend's game, just us here. Sound good?
Yeah.
You read the email?
I'm gonna need some more. I need some more props.
Oh, my
Very
God.
busy.
He didn't read the email.
Maybe you guys discussed it on the show last week. And
No,
forgot to
we
mention
didn't.
it to me.
We didn't
Okay.
make any decisions without you.
Except for having an entire episode.
It was a mini episode. 30
We
minutes.
talked about menthol cigarettes for 17 minutes.
So you did listen.
I hate listen. Like, you ever hate watch something or hate listen to something? Like all those people that are going against Rogan right now that hate listen to his podcast and he's laughing his way to the bank.
Right.
That's what I was doing to you guys last week.
I don't know if he's laughing his way to the bank. I think if we're not going to get into Joe Rogan, but I just think he's in a bad situation apologizing twice. I think he's in a bad situation apologizing twice. He should just ride it out and continue to do his show. That's it.
Yeah.
Pulling 113 shows is ridiculous.
Yeah, but that wasn't his choice.
I heard it was like he was okay with it.
He's trying, man.
What does he give a fuck about?
He's in a
Pull
tough
all-
fucking spot.
Pull all his shows. He's still getting paid. It's not like it's gonna hurt his paycheck.
That's not what
Like,
that show's supposed to be about, though. That show's
You're
supposed to be
right.
about freedom of speech, and that show's supposed to be about having a conversation.
It's supposed to be. They just get high and drunk and then
Understandable.
just shoot the shit. Like,
And the problem is
That's
that
supposed to be
people are trying to pull it off.
Yeah.
And that's all he's doing is having a conversation, and I think it's bad that he's apologizing.
you also said the word retard like several times this year. Are you worried that
I
this is
will
gonna come
always
back?
say the word retard.
Listen, if we ever get to the point where Spotify's paying us any kind of money,
Please pull our shows off the air.
I'll tell
So
you the
maybe
ones
that's exactly how he feels right now.
I'll tell you the ones that you shouldn't put on the air. It's probably anyone where there was anything that had to do with the Henry Ruggs situation. All right, we're biggity back.
Back in the house.
Club West Injury Studios over here.
Yeah, I wish Snoop Dogg was playing because it'd feel like halftime.
A lot of shit's happening over here, and it's the only way we have it right now. So we're here for Super Bowl picks. We're just talking about how we need more guests for this show, but we've had 4 great ones this year, right?
We did.
They were awesome, multiple times for everybody, I think.
As long as you didn't follow their bets, they were awesome. They were entertaining.
Burn. All right, so here's the official lines of what we're going with for this Super Bowl. I got so many pages of notes here. So these were last night's lines. So we got the Rams and the Bengals. If you didn't know that right now, you fucking stop listening at this point. The Bengals are 4-point underdogs, so they're getting 4 points. The money line, you got the Rams minus 198, the Bengals plus 166, and the total for the game is 48.5.
I'm sorry. While you were doing that, I just put a basketball bet in.
Perfect.
Things that I have no idea. I opened up my app. It was right there, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll take it."
What, like one of the ones that were offered on
It
top?
was a boost. Yeah,
A boost.
2 or more 3-point field goals in the first 3 minutes of the Lakers-Bucks game. Yeah, because I give a fuck about that game.
I am definitely at least 0 for 5 on boosts.
I got one last night, but I don't want to talk about it. Because we talked about it on Friday night and we said it was all a scam, but it hit last night. All right, so we're going to go around the horn. We're going to start with Catherine Caffarelli, also known as Katie Cash. I think I might have just told a few people that listen to the show her last name, which I don't feel good
I
about.
didn't know that was the last name.
She's texting me right now. She's in Utah.
Utah, give me 2.
Bougie.
Jesus.
We got Katie's in Utah, Smitty's in fucking Smuggler's Notch, Vermont.
Is he really in Vermont?
No, he's
Oh,
definitely
I thought we were calling the whole
probably
country here.
falling down his front steps.
Who knows what movie? Utah, give me 2. Come on.
Kidding me?
Oh, all right.
Really?
I wasn't
Come
sure.
on.
I
My
don't know.
break?
Sorry.
Wrong crowd.
Yeah.
It wasn't hot
She
Shots
says she's
Part
slightly tipsy drinking espresso martinis.
So let's call her last. Let's get her really tipsy.
No, get this over. been a long time since I've done this.
Misconnections.
Hello?
We were on a podcast one
Hello?
time.
Hi.
Oh man, it's loud.
How's those espressos?
So good. A little tipsy.
First of all, there's only like 500 people from Long Island that would ever call it an espresso.
Yeah, Expresso.
Okay, whatever. Espresso? How do you say it?
Espresso.
I probably said it wrong.
Cojito.
Don't judge me right now. Why do I only hear John and Kurt? Where's Trip?
Say hi, Trip.
I haven't said anything yet.
You hear him?
I do.
All right.
I do.
Oh, you're just gonna just ignore me.
So what's going on? You got a new house. You're in Utah. What are you, becoming a Mormon?
Yeah, just leave it at the door.
I am not becoming a Mormon, but I'm here for it right now just so I can snowboard.
Wow. Good for you. We're excited for you. You know where you were supposed to be tonight, right?
Thanks. I know I was supposed to be at the studio with you guys. I do.
And you were supposed to bring what? What were you bringing with you?
What was I bringing with me?
I think there was pizza
Friends?
or...
Albert's?
Oh, Albert's.
Whatever. It's all right. We'll wait till you get back.
I
to
will
the
bring
Albert's.
Albert's next Tuesday. I promise.
Everybody knows Albert sucks. We're having Alitalia right now.
Okay, that's crazy. Let's not talk crazy. That's reckless.
Listen, before we
Reckless.
get into your pick, you know that you can't take the Packers, Patriots, or Bucks this weekend, right?
Okay, whatever. Yes, I know. I'm ready. I'm prepared.
And also, if you take the same pick that I do, I'm not putting it on the show. I'm cutting it out of the whole thing. all right?
Wait, let me go first.
No, we haven't done any of our picks for you. You're the first one up.
All right, good. All right.
All right, here we go. This is it. Give it to us right now. We're ready.
All right. I have lots to say. So I'm taking Cincy +4.
Wow. Love it.
Oh, thank God.
Only because I think the Rams pull it off. I think they win, even though I'm rooting for Cincy just because I want it to be a good game. I want it to be competitive. I want it to be like divisional rounds, caliber Super Bowl, because those games were freaking amazing.
Nice.
But I'm hoping that Cincy at least pulls it off to cover. I think it's a field goal game.
All right.
Does McPherson miss that field goal to make Cincinnati lose?
No chance.
Yeah, I mean, Cincy could lose, but I don't think they're losing by +4. So if they lose by a field goal, it's fine. Also, fun fact, I've been looking into this because I know Tripp is so crazy about statistics. I feel like statistically, if you look, I know reality is different than statistics, fine. But statistically, these teams are so even.
Okay.
If you look at them besides receiving, because I know Cup definitely dominates on the receiving side, but Cincy's running backs dominate, like they win on that side of it.
Okay.
So, but I think that Stafford, who
You want
I love,
to compare
I respect
defenses? We
him
can
in the
compare
league.
D-backs. They're not so equal there. We can compare defensive lines. They're not so equal there.
Everybody is talking about Bengals offensive line being really good. I don't.
Who is talking about that?
No, no one's talking about that.
No,
nobody
people
ever
are
heard.
talk,
no,
people are talking
no.
about
I
that.
think
No, they're
I think
terrible.
the Rams line.
They're awful.
I think the Rams
Crazy.
line is really good, and I think
That's what I
Stafford
believe.
is the vet, and I think he pulls it off, and I think OBJ is amazing and all of that. But I just hope for NFL fans in general, I think, or I hope that since he competes and they keep it to a field goal type game so that we can get some entertainment out of it like we have for the past 2 weeks.
Love it. Dynamite.
Whoa. We
Dynamite.
just said love it at the same time.
Dynamite analysis. And we also don't have the same pick, so I feel good about that.
Okay.
Nice. First time all year.
Katie,
Wait, so you think the Rams are going to blow them out?
No, wait, whoa,
We'll get
whoa,
there.
whoa. We haven't given our picks yet. Stop
Katie, I
trying
got a
to spoil
question now.
this show.
what do you see as far as the total goes? High scoring, low scoring, somewhere in the middle.
What's the over? Because I only looked at the
48 and a half.
But like, regardless of the number exactly, are you thinking high scoring? Are you thinking low scoring?
40 and a half.
I don't think she can hear me.
No, I don't know. I think 48 and a half between these two teams is, I don't know. I think that's going to be close. I think that's why I took the spread. I think
Okay.
that's exactly why I took
So you
the plus
think it's
four.
right on? Okay,
I
that's
agree
good.
with it.
Yeah.
I think it's a perfect
It
line.
is. It's a good, definitely a good number.
I think it's a perfect line.
I think it's good. That's why I didn't take the money line. That's why I didn't take the over-under on the points. That's why I took the spread. And I'm hoping that even if since he loses, I'm hoping it's only down to a field goal.
I agree. That's the way I hope it ends. I do. I hope it's a game. I really do.
Yeah. All right, Catherine. Dynamite call.
Careful on the slopes.
Great pick. Don't get hurt out there. And easy on the espresso martinis. Espresso martinis.
I'm going to go have another one right now.
Perfect. All right, we'll see you next week.
Cheers.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
She sounds comfortable.
That's a word I would use. Sure.
Sounds like pajama / comfortable. What time is it out there? It's like 2 hours difference, right?
Yeah.
God damn.
I think she's soaking tonight.
Soaking?
Yeah, soaking.
Like
The Mormon
jacuzzi?
soak.
You know that every single exit in that city is so like you'll be on the highway and
It's a one way.
no.
I've heard that about Mormon
The
girls.
exit will be like 2,000, and that's how many miles you are away from the.
Oh, they go by a
Mormon
mile
church.
marker.
Yeah.
That's a federal
But
thing now. They have
the,
to.
to the church.
Oh,
It's a mile marker to the church,
there's like a billion churches out there. No,
but the main
He's definitely
the
church.
church.
No, I swear to God, that's true. I was there.
Hello.
Smitty.
Who's this guy?
What up?
What's up, bro?
What's going on?
Yeah, how you doing? Did you set an alarm clock for this? Or
No, I'm good.
you're alive?
I'm good.
What are you wearing?
Sweats. Leopard.
Are they
Well,
gray?
leopard.
Are they gray sweats?
Definitely Ugg slippers.
No comment on that one.
Do you have
It actually 100% is Ugg slippers.
do you have non-slip slippers? Because I mean, we've seen the video.
That was my first note.
Oh, okay.
Listen, before we get into it, how are you feeling after Friday night? You all right?
I'm feeling good. Yeah.
Multiple
I mean, it
levels.
took me-
Your fall and then your poker performance.
Amazingly, the fall left no damage. I woke up the next morning. I'm like, oh, something's going to hurt. I felt fine.
Well, you're an athlete. You're an athlete.
That's true. That is true. And, slight hangover Saturday morning. Nothing crazy.
All right. Love it.
I was slightly hungover as well.
Yeah. think
I
we
was
all were.
definitely hungover.
Yeah, I mean,
I was about 100. The thing I was most upset about was the $120 lighter I was, but that's all right.
How much money just went right into Ralph's pockets?
yeah.
I thought Tripp ended up with all of it. To be honest with you,
No,
So
he
left
did.
with every dollar.
Him and his
Yes.
son.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I've had diarrhea since Friday night also. So.
It's a shock.
it was because of all that Applebee's.
Yeah.
I think it was the cheese balls,
Cheese,
actually.
chilies. It was chilies.
It was fun playing next to Brennan, who you should literally never have any clue what he might possibly have.
Don't ever sit next to the rookie.
He was check raising with 10-5.
Oh my God.
I love how he just call you down to the end with
Yeah.
nothing. But, yeah.
Equally as painful as your fall on Friday night. How about your record this season? 1-7 on the show.
Oof. I actually was thinking, I was looking at my watch. I'm like, they're not even going to bother calling me.
Yeah. We're actually not recording. We're just calling you.
Luckily, I have some props for the Super Bowl and going to get back to even.
We knew you would. We said like everybody else was like, just give us a pick.
Make
for
one
the
pick,
game.
yeah.
You know, I was like, this guy's gonna have 25 picks.
Yeah, because that's if he can go, he's got to hit all 25 to get above 500 for the season.
All right, give us. Let's hear you redeem yourself. Give us who you got for this week.
Well, first off, I would be remiss if we didn't first talk about, is this the first time in football history, maybe in sport history, where the coach has the hottest wife or girlfriend on the field?
Wow.
Ooh.
I like that.
Yeah.
I watched the Rams Hard Knocks last year. I know what you're talking about.
Like literally maybe the first time in sports history, right?
The
like,
hottest-
I don't think like Bill Parcells' wife was,
He was single. Parcells was banging waitresses at BK Sweeney's 2 at a time.
All right. That's something you guys discuss.
That's a good take. That's a good take. though.
McVay's wife?
Yeah.
We're talking about?
Yeah, yes.
I got to check her out. I don't think I've seen it yet.
The way it's going though in the NFL with these coaches like Sean's boy getting
That's
like
true.
all these young coaches, it's going to be just hot coach central wife. What?
I don't know.
Yeah, but what about Stafford's wife?
Yeah.
She's a lot lighter than she was the last time he was in the playoffs.
Oh my god. All right. We got you first.
I'm saying they took
Keep
out
it
a
rolling.
huge
Stop
tumor.
this-
She looks
Stop
great.
this guy from talking.
All right, my pick is the Rams. What are we saying? 4? Or are we saying 4.5?
I'm saying 4.
Yeah, I'll probably buy it down to 3, but I think the Rams slow the game down. It's a low-scoring affair, and the Rams cover somewhere in the 6 or 7 range.
All right. What about your props? Hit us.
Props, just make it a single-game parlay. Get me back to even for the season. Cam Akers over 64.5 rushing yards.
Over. You know you can't
Over.
take Kyle Juszczyk in this game, right? He doesn't play for either of these teams.
I do know that, yeah.
You know, it's amazing that you said that guy's name right.
I know. First time all season. Must be the Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPAs. Thanks, Sean.
I like Von Miller over 4.5 sacks and tackles.
Nice.
I think you like it in sacks alone when this guy wants to play. And then what really pays off, Cam Akers to win the MVP.
Whoa.
No,
Yeah.
no.
That's
Whoa.
crazy.
Stop it.
All right.
Cam Akers has looked really bad the last few weeks, right?
Stop it. You
Wow.
listen, I should never have sent you that book. You read way too into it. It's too much. You're reading into it too much. Stop it. The numbers say that. Nope.
Cam Akers,
No chance.
MVP.
All right. So he's got the Rams. He's got Cam Akers over yardage, Cam Akers MVP, and Von Miller over 4.5.
I
Cam
feel
Akers
like-
cock in his mouth.
I feel like if the Rams win it, the MVP almost has to go to Stafford just because.
I mean,
What if he throws for $150?
the history would tell you that.
Against the Bengals, he ain't throwing $150.
The Bengals are 29th against the run.
Yeah.
He passes
32
the
since week 8.
Yeah, they're bad against the run, and the Rams, believe it or not, if they'll go to the run first.
ball. I like
Yes.
the Cam Akers. I like the Cam Akers bet. I just don't think he's.
I think they're going to go heavy Sony Michelle. I think that's he's going to mix it up this week.
All right, Smitty.
I
Great
believe that's
picks.
the
Listen,
the
be
switch.
careful on those front few steps. They're doozies.
Was that his house?
Yes.
That was his house? Oh, shit. God damn.
Are you okay?
Good luck, fellas. Are
All
we
right,
calling LA? Are we making a phone call?
We're going to make him call somebody.
Oh, God. I'm calling these people. What are you talking about? I just called Utah.
That's all right. I just called you.
can't-
Katie's
All right,
in
boys.
Utah. I
Have a good
just
night.
called Utah. That's all it is.
Take it deep.
All right, Smitty.
Let it.
What is happening in the background?
I don't know.
What?
Can I go get my DoorDash?
All right.
This pizza. You can have a fun time editing this one.
Yep. All right, here we go. Fuck these phone calls. We're back. Super Bowl picks
I'm ready.
from the OGs. This guy's got fucking 9 pounds of pizza hanging out of his mouth.
It's
right
not even pizza. It's like a buffalo chicken roll.
now. Those are nice too.
It was a chicken roll.
They're all in the same family. It's fine. All right, so we'll start off with our picks for the Super Bowl. Now that we are in the tunnel right now,
Seriously.
the limelight. Is that where we are? Coming live to you from Club La Boom.
Does feel like a live gig.
All right, so
Practice.
we're gonna pick amongst ourselves. We got a couple of phone picks. We'll get a couple more, but we're going spread, money line, or total. Right?
C.
So it's either you or I got to go first.
I have a lot.
All right, I'm going first.
Okay.
I also don't want to be. I also want to check out during your stats. I got
Fine.
multiple beers over here that I would like to finish during that time frame. I might even go out for my own chicken roll.
Are you
Come
doing
back.
another Imperial?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. Definitely hitting Taco Bell later also. All right, Super Bowl. Here we go. This is what it all comes down to. So between this and props, it's going to decide the winner.
Yeah.
It's enough either way. So we'll see what happens. Kurt might be able to come back in. Maybe not.
I mean, I have to hit them all.
Yeah,
and
we'll see.
You guys got to hit one.
Listen, have faith in
Get
yourself.
them all.
All right. So as mentioned quite a few times on this show, Kurt, Money, and I picked the Rams to win the Super Bowl in the preseason. Still alive on that one.
Certainly.
Right? I also hold a plus 1,200 ticket for the Rams placed way back when. I don't remember. It was before the playoffs.
Nice.
That being said, Joey Badass has impressed the absolute shit out of me. I mean, it's amazing what he's been able to do. Second season. Reminds me of another young Hasidic quarterback from Pittsburgh back in the day. Mr. Benjamin Roethlisberger. Burrow's going to be good for years to come. I mean, the same goes for Jamar Chase. Those guys played together in college. I mean, it's amazing watching them play together in the pros. They just have this chemistry for each other. I'm not going to be disappointed with either team winning this. Aside from my bets, I think that I don't think it's the best possible matchup we could have got, like to start the postseason, but I'm good with this. This is going to be a game. Like these are.
So you're
I'm
not
good
one
with
of those
these two
haters.
teams.
Because I keep hearing for the last week and a half is how, oh, this is not the best Super Bowl. This is not the best team from the AFC. This is going to be a bad Super Bowl. Even if it's competitive, it's going to be bad. Like they wanted the Bills, the Chiefs, the Packers.
I think the Bill. Here's the crazy thing is I think the Bills and the Chiefs would have destroyed the Rams.
Destroyed.
Interesting. I think so. I think this is the best possible matchup for the
For
Rams.
the Rams.
of course.
For
I like
a good
that.
game.
Yeah.
For a good game.
I like that.
You
I
know?
like that. That's interesting.
But at the end of the day, the Rams are the better all-around team. I think the experience of Stafford, he's played well his postseason. He hasn't done anything crazy to give the game away for his team. Cooper Kupp, something like we've never seen before. Guy's just playing on another planet. I can't also believe that I like OBJ. I mean, he was my preseason pick for comeback player of the year.
Turns so quickly. It's
No, he's
ridiculous
playing.
how quick he turns.
What do you mean? I'm riding the story. Holy shit, that music is loud as
So
fuck.
loud. We're in a club right now. Nobody has any idea that we are doing this live from a club.
I mean, he's found a little bit of a fit there in LA. He'll be off the team at the end of the year, but I'm rooting for him.
You
right
think
now.
no matter what, he's gone?
I think
Yeah.
he's
He's
gone.
going to get paid.
He's
Wow, no matter what.
Yeah, he's going to go get paid again.
He'll be a Dolphin probably.
And then be out of there in fucking 9 weeks.
Contrary to Tripp's book of football that he just dawned upon us and that Smitty clearly read the first few pages for, I think the Rams are going to struggle running the ball in this game. I don't know why. I just have a gut feeling that I not liked what I saw from Cam Akers. If they're going to get it going, I agree with what you just said. It's going to be Sony Michel. It's going to be Sony Michel that gets the ball.
Which there's zero props on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, those props won't come out until Friday.
Unbelievable
Yeah.
that there's zero props on him right now.
No, it's all you get the fun props up front, but like the real quarterback receiving, like rushing, those come out real late, right before game time. And the ones that did come out, they'll go up real fast, and then they pull them right off the board.
Right.
You're allowed to get bets in, and then they bang right away. They take them right down.
Look at the fucking bar graphs on this guy.
This guy's got so many papers in
This
front of him.
guy's ditto sheets.
He has one. He has the
Ditto
clip.
sheets.
He has like the clip that you have to pull down the fucking metal sides. It's
Yeah.
not.
It's a
It's not
blunder
just
clip.
a paper clip.
One of those pieces is an 11 by 17 piece of paper. It's legal. He couldn't even fit it on a fucking letter piece of paper.
He's got so much information. I can't wait to see how he sums it up.
I told you I could be here for a while.
The other side of the ball for me, I think that the Rams are going to be in the Bengals' backfield all fucking night long. I think they are going to create absolute mayhem for Joe Burrow with that offensive line of the Bengals. I'm looking forward to the matchup of Jamar Chase and Jalen Ramsey. Can't wait to see that. If the Bengals somehow win this game, Joe Burrow has to be absolutely perfect. Has to be perfect for them to win this game. He's got to be a freak. I'm taking the Rams minus the 4. I'm riding with my preseason bet, with my future bet, and I'm riding the Rams.
Love it.
I got the final I said it on the No Rhyme or Reason podcast a month ago. Not going to be a popular opinion here because it's going to make it go over. I like the Rams to win this one 31-24. Game's going over, but my official bet is the Rams -4.
Now, now would you take a bet on the over as well, or do you really think this is an under game?
I already placed that bet.
Okay, all right, perfect.
I think it's got the potential to be a track meet.
I feel the same way too, but everybody is like just talking about the under. The problem with me, and it will always be, the under is not fun to root for, and that's my hugest problem, and that's why you love it so much. I think
Your hugest problem.
It's my hugest problem.
Okay.
That's not. Is that not a sentence? Is he just being a dick? No, it's not a sentence. Okay.
Not really
It's
a word.
biggest problem.
The most huge problem. It's huge.
Learn that
Tremendous.
from my last president.
Tremendous. I'm gonna bet bigly in this game.
All right, hit it.
All right, settle in, boys and girls, because we got we got a couple things to cover here.
His belly is full and he's ready to go.
Since I had all these stats and trends from last week that I didn't get to get out because, Anyway, Super Bowls, the odds and trends of just Super Bowls themselves are remarkably even when you look at them. Since 2002, you consider the modern era, like the real kind of new era, if you will. Favorites are 9-9 straight up, 6-12 against the spread, but 9-9 straight up is pretty fucking crazy considering it's a Super Bowl. 10-8 towards the under. This line opened at 50 points. And it was the lowest opening total since 2017. And the under is hit in 4 straight Super Bowls. The under is hit, which is pretty weird. Rams have averaged 48.6 combined points, 7th most in the league this year. So they're averaging 48 points a game combined with their opponent. The Bengals averaging 48.4.
Ooh.
Hence, the total now has moved to 48.5, literally right in the fucking dead center of those teams, which is weird because you would think it's like, all right, how much, their point total.
Yep.
It very rarely is that because the matchups are important, injuries are important. Right dead center in the morning, 48.5 is a perfect line. It's awesome. That being said, breaking down the game. All week long, we keep hearing about Burrow and how great he is. Joe Burrow, all these things. He's awesome, right? Everyone's becoming a huge Joe Burrow fan. The thing I keep hearing about his amazing comeback versus the Chiefs, it wasn't that great. He didn't have a great comeback against the Chiefs. His second half last week, 11 of 8. He had a 37% success rate early downs. He was 1 touchdown, 1 sack, 1 interception. That's not crazy. He has 79 passer rating. Quarterback passer rating of 79. I think that was more on Mahomes being completely impatient and Reed completely
Chiefs forgot
fucking
how to
everything
play
up.
football.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
it wasn't really like when you dive into it, which we're going to get into right now, is why the Bengals won last week, which is why, more importantly, how it's going to factor out this week. Is we spoke about it, I want to say midway through the season, talk about Mahomes and why the Chiefs were doing so shitty because everybody just backed off and they were giving him nothing but easy passes to underneath shit, and he wouldn't take it early on. He got impatient. And then all of a sudden, he started taking that towards the second half of the season. His numbers started to creep up there. His completion percentage was going through the roof. Mm-hmm. He was taking what the defense was giving him. And then you saw defenses had to adjust to that. From there on, they went on a winning streak. The Bengals last week played straight up in the first half, and in the second half, they completely changed their defensive scheme, and they went with a drop 8. So they only had 3 rushers. They dropped 8. The defense utilized that drop 8 defense where they only rushing 3 guys. They did that 25% of all first half snaps, and they did it 48% in the second half. So they pretty much doubled the amount of drop 8 that they're doing. So you're only rushing 3 guys at it. With that, they got 2 sacks. Only rushing 3 guys. They got 2 sacks rushing 3 guys. The NFL average in a game is 6% of 3-man rushes. The Bengals all year long are going at 20%. So they love this defense of rush 3, drop 8. You can line up 4 or 5 linemen, but 2 of those guys, 20% of the time are dropping off the coverage. They did it against Mahomes. They frustrated the ever-living shit out of Mahomes, and that's why it was a night and day first half, second half. Mahomes refused to be patient, refused to take what he was giving to him, and got frustrated when he couldn't hit his deep over-the-top shot. So he decided he's not going to do that, wouldn't check it down, and that's how the Bengals crawled back in this game. So the Bengals love to play that kind of soft-ass zone, keep it in front of him and come up and make the tackles. They are the 32nd run defense since week 8. They're an awful run defense. Terrible, terrible run defense. So I think the Rams are going to see that. They're going to come out running the ball. I do believe they're going to try to establish the run. And I think the Rams are going to absolutely try to get out ahead of it as well. So they're going to be aggressive in the beginning. If you look at their first
They're
playoff
gonna
games
have
this
to
year,
stack more on the box. Then they're not gonna be.
they have to.
Be able to.
The Bengals are not going to be able to play that drop 8 against them. They're not. The Rams got out to a 17-3 lead against the 49ers, a 21-0 lead against the Cardinals in the 2 playoff games, and let the other teams kind of crawl back to a certain point, especially the Niners. I think they're going to look to get aggressive early, but they're also going to mix in the run a lot more. So I think Smitty's seeing the same things. He was talking about the Cam Akers. We read the same kind of report on the Cam Akers. Again, I don't think Cam Akers is going to be it. I think it's Sony Michel. I really do believe that. So you got the Bengals pretty much are going to play this weak-ass defense, keep it in front of them. And then when you think about like man versus zone, you cannot play man against Cooper Kupp.
No way.
The guy's unbelievable. He is the best wide receiver against man offense this season. Matthew Stafford is the best quarterback against 5 or more rushes against the blitz, so they're going to do that. So since week and you're looking at Stafford, top 3 in the league, number 1 guy against the blitz of 5 or more rushers. So when you're blitzing, you're going to go man behind it. The Bengals can't blitz because Stafford's going to eat him alive. Kupp is going to eat him alive. You're going to have to go into that drop 8, and you're going to have to tell Stafford, be patient, and don't do what Mahomes did last week. And I believe that McVay is going to tell him, hey, let's take the 3, 4, 5 yards every time. We're going to run the ball a little bit. Let's take that. I'm leaning heavy on the under. I fucking love the under because I think it's going to start out super slow.
I knew he was going to pick either under or over. That was an easy one.
Oh, I'm parlaying it 100% with the Rams -4.
Right.
So I don't care if you want to count it as 2 bets, 1 bet. You can count it as 10 bets because I love both bets. I think that they're going to hammer it. Odell is going to be a big part, but I also believe that we're due for an Odell blow-up any days now, which I'm going to fucking love if it happens. Even if it's submarines, every bet of mine, if he loses his mind, it's being great. Just one quick thing, not a really quick thing, but against, like talking about the Rams offense, Cooper Kupp averages 2.7 yards per route against the zone and 4.6 yards per route against man coverage. The highest in the legal year was 3 yards per route against man coverage. He's 1.5 yards better than anybody else in the league against man. The Bengals cannot play man against them. They will get fucking smoked. Between Beckham, Kupp, and Higbee, you cannot run man. So they're going to run this soft-ass drop 8 zone the whole game, which is going to lead to a lot of runs for the Rams, especially in the early downs. It's going to lead to a lot of checkdowns. We're going to talk props later. Running back receptions, tight end receptions, those quick little hitters underneath, I think they're going to be big. I see the whole game playing out one certain way. If it plays out that way, I'm going to be rich. If it doesn't, I'm going to be fucking absolutely poor. Rich. Because I'm going
Rich,
big
I
time
love
heavy.
it.
I love the under 48, and I love the Rams -4. Final score prediction, I'm going 31 Rams, 13 Bengals.
Wow.
Nice.
And I think the Bengals don't score until maybe towards the end of the game. You got 2 first-time head coaches. You got a first-time head coach.
Stopping them most of the game.
I don't think they have a great offense. I think the Rams are going to do the exact. They're going to say the same thing to them. Like, we're not giving up the big play to Jamar Chase.
So after that
Beat
huge
us.
But
soliloquy,
they've got other playmakers, man.
what is
do.
his official pick?
That's what I was about to ask.
Pick one. I don't care what.
No.
Give me the under. I'll take the under.
I mean, the
I want
other
the
one
under.
could be used, right? You
Oh,
want
you
the
got to
under.
pick one.
Yeah, the under. 48.5.
You do love the under.
Always.
It makes sense. I mean,
McVay scored 3 points in his last Super Bowl.
that's the problem that I have right away. He's not going to play the same game. Obviously, he's not coming out with that same game of just running the ball and trying to play this totally different offense than they did to get there. I think they are going to try and murder them quickly. Like that.
They're going to get it big. Yeah. No,
that's what I think. I think.
but the way to do that is run the ball.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that. I mean,
If they're going to go to light box with 1 or 2 linebackers, you have to run against that. You can't.
I get it, and I don't think they'll play. The Bengals won't play the same defense the entire game, obviously, but they're going to go with what has been working. And I think Stafford is going to get his 24 completions. I think he's going to get his 35 passing attempts. I think that's going to happen because I don't think they're going to let the foot off the pedal this game.
You're facing the number 32 ranked rush defense since week 8. You're gonna let him throw 30-something times? Why? Now, obviously, if they come out and they stuff
They
it,
were
and
doing it anyway with San. Well, I mean, San Francisco's good against the run. So
then the number 1 defense
I get
against
it.
the run.
Yeah, no.
I think the thing about McVay is he's not as good as everybody thinks he is. He's got
Correct.
talent.
Correct.
Right now.
He's got very good schemes.
He's got
but he's
talent.
only got a couple of schemes, and that's it. It's just a matter of how he deploys them.
I
think-
worry about what happened last time happening again, and like him being so like I can't let that happen to me again. I gotta get like what you're saying.
Right,
I gotta
right.
get out
Yeah.
early. I gotta get on the board.
Yes.
I gotta throw the ball. You know, like I can't let that happen to
Like
me
I'm
again.
looking for as many points as possible to get this game started.
See,
like
now,
that's
think
how I feel like
the
he's
last game
going.
he was like, I'm gonna outsmart Belichick. I'm gonna tell everybody how smart I am. And I think this game he's like, win the fucking game. If it's 3 yards in a cloud of dust, just win the game. I really believe because if you looked at the second half against the Niners,
I think he has the team though nowadays where let's try and do what we know how to do, and if it doesn't work for 2 quarters, we'll make adjustments.
I don't think that. I think you're
I
going to
think he
know
can't
right
make-
out of the
yep.
gate. I think he's gonna try to script the whole entire game, and he's going to struggle to
He's
get
not gonna
away
adjust.
from
He's
whatever
he's not
he
good at adjusting.
plans for.
He
And
cannot
you see
adjust.
that all the time with him.
Yeah.
He can't get away from. You saw with Cam Akers and was it 2 games ago?
Yes.
You know, he couldn't get away from the guy
because that was
you
in the
know?
game plan. That was it. And I don't. He's not going to try to go crazy. I think he's going to be like, this is our game plan. Conservative for the most part, which I blew, and he's gonna be like, just win the game. I don't care if we win by 1 fucking point. And that's how he's going to play it. I just think the Rams have too many dudes. They just.
I kind of think the total opposite. I think what I do agree with you is I think the defensive line is going to give Burrow way more trouble than people are talking about
I think
because
so,
they are just they're all about him, which I understand. It's fun to root for this guy. I think they are going to give him shit, and if Tennessee sacked him 8 times.
Yeah.
This team is going to sack him and cause issues.
Now the opposite side of the coin there is you got 2 weeks to figure that out. You got 2 weeks to figure out your personnel. Now Burrow is best. If you watch any Bengals games this year, you know it just from watching a couple games. He is best in an empty set when he's got no running backs whatsoever, and he's got either it's 5 wide receivers or 4 wide receivers and a tight end, or even if he goes with a tight end and they flank out the running back out to the X or the Y. That's when he's best, when he's got an empty backfield and he can just read, react, get rid of the fucking ball. I can't see them doing that against the Rams because Jalen Ramsey is going to take Jamar Chase right at the board. They'll put him. They'll have a safety shadow. They're not going to double, but they'll have a safety shadow, and then they're gonna man up, or even if they do a soft zone and then just say, okay, you deal with Aaron Donald coming at you. You know,
I agree with you 100%. But the good thing about Cincinnati is I think they have 3 well-to-do wide receivers with a tight. Well, I don't know how
you can't block anybody.
I get it totally. He's got to get rid of the ball, which is why we'll get into my prop bets. I'm leaning towards Boyd again, the slot. Like I just think that he has weapons to use, but personally, I mean, just to go right into my pick, it's simple. I mean, I had the Rams from the beginning. I think the defensive line is going to hurt Burrow, and they're not going to the Rams aren't going to put their foot off the gas. They're going to keep it going. They're going to try and murder them. They're not going to. I hope McVay's not going to play it cute. I think they're coming out. They're going to do what they want to do. They're going to make Stafford pass the ball. They have 2 running backs to give dump passes to. I'm taking the Rams at -4. I really just think I would say 7. I think they're going to beat them by 7 comfortably. I mean, you're 31-10. That's I think Cincinnati will score because the Rams just have that, if they're up by 13.
But they haven't scored all playoffs. It's not like they're this juggernaut offensive team.
No, absolutely. And that Tennessee game showed a lot. It really did. Tennessee should have won that game 3 times, and they just couldn't do it. So it's great that the Bengals won't give up, and they don't give up. And that's what I like about the Super Bowl is that even if somebody's down by 14, they're going to have a chance to come back. But I'm leaning way towards McVay and the Rams and just giving it their all. The all-star players that they have, they know they're gonna play like it's their last game. You know what I mean? Like they're just gonna come out and they're gonna go for this ring. It'll be the last time you hear about Odell Beckham because he'll go to another team and just die. But I mean, Von Miller, Von Miller.
so.
Von Miller wants another one.
He's also
he wants
he's gone
another
at the
one
end of the season.
Of
too.
course he is.
You know?
And he's not going to be on a team like this, so he wants one. I think the Rams are coming out hard.
We'll see. What I'm so interested to see, you're going to find a lot out about Jamar Chase this weekend. It's been 10 weeks since someone has stood in front of him on the fucking line of scrimmage, and he's going to get that this week. He's going to get a guy right in his face, which he hasn't had.
Right.
He's earned the respect over the past 10
Burrow
weeks.
Burrow's numbers against man coverage they're great as well.
It's going to be interesting, but
We know the guy could sling.
Not a guy like that, though. Not a guy that, I love that. I love matchups like that where it's like, he's not afraid of him.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
What's great?
And what I want to see more is, can Zach Taylor scheme for that?
Yes, that's again.
Can he
That's what I
have
was going to say.
Can he have Jamar Chase step back, catch the ball behind the line of scrimmage, and he's a yard after the catch fucking monster. He's an animal, But I don't see Jamar Chase beating Jalen Ramsey one-on-one.
That's my favorite thing about football.
I don't see it.
You get that matchup. You get that top corner versus that top wide receiver. And it's like, okay, watching them go back and forth is going to be awesome. To me, what's the exciting thing is, how does each coach circumvent that? So how does McVay get him out of that spot, move him around, put him in the slot? Do you put him in the backfield? Do you have him run outside of the backfield? Shit like that. How do you scheme him open? And then defensively, how do you scheme around that? How do you you just shadow the guy? You just follow him? It's so cool. Like, Kyle Shanahan is fucking phenomenal at it. You saw it all year long with Debo. They're like, hey, this is the best guy we have on our offense. Whether it's wide receiver, running back, quarterback, this guy's the best. He needs to touch the ball, and I'm going to find the most inventive ways to have this guy touch the ball. So absolutely. The thing that worries me is, Zach Taylor is a rookie head coach in the Super Bowl. He's when I say rookie, he's never been there before. I mean, assistant, he's brand new. He's right behind the ears. You got a young quarterback, his first Super Bowl. Stafford's first Super Bowl as well, but the guy's been in the league for fucking 37 years.
Right.
He's seen some shit.
McVay's been to the Super Bowl.
What I love about the Super Bowl is those first 5 or 6 plays are just so intense because anybody could make a mistake. Everybody's nervous. It's the only time they're really nervous.
Yeah.
That's what's great about the Super Bowl is getting past those couple plays and then getting into your game.
McAfee talks about it. He talked about it on his podcast a lot. And McAfee said I was a punter. He's like, I kick off and I did punts.
Right.
So he talked about the Colts Super Bowl down against New Orleans. And he said everybody was talking to him about the kickoff, and they were like, you ready for it and this and that. He's like, I'm just gonna kick it to the end zone. It's gonna be a touchback. It's not a big deal.
Right.
It's like, it's the game is different. The speed is different. This and that. And he's like, what are you talking about? It's a game. I've been playing this game 10 years now. And he goes, I had no idea what I was in for. He said, I kicked it off. I couldn't see a thing with all the fucking flash bulbs that were going off. He goes, I was blinded.
It's different.
He goes, thank God it was a touchback because I couldn't see nobody could see anything.
Right.
And he said, that's what he said. He goes, you get there, you're ready for it. You've watched the Super Bowl 1,000 times. Everybody and their mother wants to give you advice, and you have no idea. And then you get there, you're like, oh, it's faster.
Yeah.
It is faster. It's harder. It's it. It's one game left, and you have 9 months off or whatever it is. 8 months off.
Every single person is playing at their top notch.
It's so fun.
100%. That's the way you want to see them every week. Yeah. Which is why I like the Rams over 13.5 in the first half. But we'll talk about that later.
It's gonna be interesting. I think you hit on something. It's gonna be interesting with McVay because I think you're going to know after the first quarter because he can't get away. He tries to scheme the whole entire game, plan out the whole game, and he can't get off of it.
Too much, too smart for his own good?
Too smart.
Paralysis by analysis?
Well, let's see after this week because, if he takes this one easily, then he's not too smart for his own good, right?
No,
you know what I mean? Then he's got it.
This is his time to move into the next echelon of
against Belichick. He choked. He said, he said, I choked.
He choked big time.
And he says, it's on me. That one's on me. The fucking guy went to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff.
Right.
Yep.
Who's not very good.
But that's what I'm saying. He's got players. He's got hired assassins on his team. He's got Von Miller. He's got OBJ.
But that's the thing is,
that's
he's
what
got
they are
a
13-year-old vet at quarterback.
You have a fucking 900-year-old vet at offensive tackle.
Yeah, it's true.
But you take the hired guns, the mercenaries, if you will, of the Rams versus the young, scrappy, blue collar. City, Cincinnati.
We weren't supposed to be here.
Right. Have no business being here, playing with. And that's what makes it exciting. And that's what needs to be talked about more in the media.
Which is also tougher for Cincinnati to make a comeback. If they start quick and they get that lead, then it's super interesting because these young guys, these new guys,
we have nothing to lose. It's not a big deal. Right.
Yeah. But to make that, if the Rams get off to the start that I think they're going to do, it's tougher to come back.
And that's my point. Is I do believe the Rams are going to come out and they're going to be aggressive and they're going to, like I said, I think they're going to run the ball more in the first half and they should, and they're going to come out and be super aggressive. And the goal is to get up big, put 2-3 scores, and then let Aaron Donald, Von Miller, and your defense take off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let these guys pin their ears back. Yep. Now the thing you got to worry about is coming out of the second half, and we'll get to this in the props a little bit more, but the Bengals in the third quarter, best team in the history of football in the third quarter this year. They're unbelievably great at defense in the third quarter. So it's those halftime adjustments. The defensive coordinator, I think, is like, it's Lou something. It sounds exactly like, remember the old Devils GM, Lou
Lamoriello?
Right. I don't know if the guy's related to him or if that guy stopped becoming the GM for hockey and now he's on the bench. Something like that on the defensive coordinator. Right. The guy's really fucking good.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
He's going to make an adjustment at halftime. So I think the Rams have to get up. I agree 100%.
They have to get up.
All right, so Katie's got the Bengals +4. Shocking. What was Smitty's pick?
Just shocking that you two don't have the same
All right,
pick.
what was Smitty's pick?
He's
got the Rams.
Yep.
Oh, man, I hate that. I got the Rams -4. Kurt's got the
I was
going to
be a pussy.
-4.
I was going to be a big pussy and go Rams money line.
This guy's got the under 48.5. And props next. You know what's a long lost thing is like there's a lot of like food places that are open late.
No, COVID fucking
Stuff all that over.
Especially on a Tuesday.
You basically got a diner or fast food. That's it. Or
You know what COVID killed?
In Seafood Wanto.
COVID killed 24-hour diners.
Yeah.
They
COVID
used to-
killed old people.
Oh, it did kill old people. And 24-hour diners.
All right, here we go. I'm calling Brandon.
And ruined Joe Rogan.
Oh, that was his number that called me back. No, that was AJ. AJ's number shows up.
This guy's bowling over here. Why do you always have the McDonald's theme song in your head?
I don't know, Margot.
Kind of crazy. I don't know, Marco.
Why is it capital with Todd?
Hello.
Brandon,
Yes.
It's Bobby Friday night. What are you doing?
What'd you say?
It's Bobby Friday night. What are you doing?
Nothing much right now. I just got home from eating some wings with the boys, and now we're chilling.
The boys, I like it. All right, listen. Before we get you pick, and we need a pick on the Super Bowl. First thing I want to know is, what'd you do with all those singles you won on Friday night?
Since it's a podcast, I cannot really say because it's not legal.
Oh wow, you didn't buy your girlfriend something nice?
I forgot about that, to be honest with you.
Oh, jeez. Hopefully. I mean, you're probably lucky because no one listens to the show, so there's no chance that she's listening. To
Sounds
the show.
like he's on the Lindenhurst path.
Yeah, nice work.
You're
All
destined to play poker with a 17-year-old in 25 years.
All right, second question: is it true you never hit send on that Chili's DoorDash order during poker?
No, that's fake news. That is fake news.
This guy's been chasing down a credit, and they're like, "Why don't we never got the order?" He only ordered his fucking curly
wings,
fries for himself with his wings. All right.
Oh, they were fucking great too.
Oh boy. Last question. Then this is a big one. Do you want to make an official announcement on where you're going to college live on this podcast right now?
Right now, I'm still undecided.
Man, see,
What
that
are the choices?
That could have been our chance to go viral.
Seriously, what are the choices?
Right now, Hartwick for football lacrosse, Manhattanville for lacrosse. Cortland's kind of out of the question. Pretty much got told to fuck myself in the nicest way possible.
Which place would
Wait. Hold on.
Oh,
Let's
go ahead.
unpack that a little bit.
I thought you wanted to be the quick here.
Hold on. No, we do want it to be quick, but I feel like I know why that Cortland thing happened. Is it because they like looked through your family tree and they saw that your uncle was Donnie? And they were like, wait, this guy that went here for 10 days? Can't have another one.
My brother got kicked out of that college twice.
Oh, man. Or, wait, hold on. So they just saw you from Lindenhurst, like, nah, no more Lindenhurst people.
Yeah, pretty much.
We've hit the quota on Lindenhurst people.
Yes.
Give us your pick. Who you got?
I'm going to take the Rams, and I'm going to take the over.
All right. Jesus Christ.
Shit, he
It's
likes
a
the
fucking
over.
family problem. It's one of the other guys. Your dad did the same thing. He gave you like 25 picks on the game. It's like there's only 3 possible things you could pick. You got to pick one.
All right, I'm going to take the over, actually.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
That's all.
We didn't
think,
we didn't need another person on the Rams bandwagon.
You're right.
I think both teams have really high-functioning offenses. You know, Stafford's out there. He's got a couple of weapons. He's got Cup and OBJ, and I don't think that the Bengals secondary is necessarily that elite. And I think Cooper Kupp versus Eli Apple is going to be an absolute wash. I also think that Burrow's involvement with T. Higgins last week, instead of looking for his main man, Jamar Chase, kind of opened up the Bengals offense to let those Rams sit back in the kind of soft zone and let Mixon get running.
Nice.
I like it.
No one mentioned Eli Apple.
There's
Nice
no
analysis.
chance. There is no chance.
Oh God, here we go.
that they let Eli Apple cover a Cooper Kupp one-on-one. If they do, somebody should drive there and pull the coach off the field. And he should be fired immediately. Eli Apple is a horrendous defensive back.
There's also no chance that you should keep on betting when you have a 10-5 in your hand when you're playing poker.
Listen, I'm gonna say I like his analysis. If Eli Apple is once covering Cooper Kupp by himself, I'm sending you a fucking video of that. You're like, Brennan said it was what would happen, and you're like, fuck your analysis. All right, man, we got you. Over.
I love it.
Thank you.
All right, listen, don't do drugs. See you later.
We'll do his live. We'll put a bunch of like hats of like these Division 2 and 3 teams that he's looking at, and we'll have him do it like a live thing here.
Yes,
Like 11 people watch it.
Definitely.
All his friends, his girlfriend's mom.
All right, here we go.
I've decided to take my talents to Merrimack in the middle of New Hampshire.
All right, here we go. AJ from Brentwood.
Is he from Brentwood too?
No, his number comes up as Brentwood.
So is mine when I call.
Hey, this is AJ. I'm not here right now.
Ah,
so
this
just
guy.
He's definitely big timing us on purpose.
We'll show you go one more time.
Trying to fit in a spank so he can wear a short skirt tonight.
Just ask if his mom is there.
Hello.
AJ,
What's up, guys?
you big timing us?
Yeah, I'm big timing you. I'm holding out until I get my contract.
You're either big timing us or you're answering this phone in between shifts at Rum right now.
No, I'm home. Tonight's my lazy night, so I had my ringer off. You know, I got a face mask on. I got cucumbers over my eyes, and you guys are bothering me.
What? This guy's probably got a nice nightgown on. Also,
I was gonna say he definitely doesn't have his good dress on.
I got my wand right next to me. I'm practicing some spells too.
all right. So
You got your house slippers on.
You killed all of my jokes that I had prepared for you. On that one fucking thing. You fucking bitch.
It's like a bee rabbit over there.
Yeah, exactly.
I am poor. I do live in a trailer.
Well, actually, I do have one question. How was the dress episode received by your friends and family? Was it a hit?
I received texts from my grandmother, my great aunt who lives in South Carolina, who I speak to once a year, somehow got wind of it and texted me about it.
Like they wanted to lend you dresses for the next episode, or just checking in and making sure you're still.
I've been a couple people reached out to me about the
Sponsors?
giving me dresses that they've designed that I could wear on the show too.
Love it.
Very nice.
What did your therapist say?
It all makes sense now. All right, my next question, one last question, then we'll get to your pick. Is Sean Payton going to be the next head coach of the Cowboys?
I fucking hope he is.
All right.
I think it's going to take a year or two. I think, unfortunately, we're stuck with Mike McCarthy. I found a new nickname for him. It's Cheeseburger Man. He's going to be the head coach for at least another year. And no matter what happens, I think it's going to be Sean Payton. Yeah, he's coming out of retirement. Come on, he's a Texas boy. Jerry loves him. He loves Jerry. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they match up right now?
Jerry would fire McCarthy and give Payton $20 million tomorrow if he knew it wasn't going to piss off the rest of the NFL owners. You know,
he called him. He shot him a text 10 minutes after the news broke. I guarantee it. He's been talking to Sean Payton every day since it happened.
How do you feel about the meme that's floating around that Joe Burrow's won more playoff games in 2 years than Dax has in his whole career?
No comment.
All right, what do you got for the Super Bowl? Hit us.
Well, the Bengals have made me the most money this season by far. So I'm taking Bengals straight up to win, not even covering a spread.
Money line.
Super Bowl. I'm picking Bengals to win. I'm not playing spreads for the Super Bowl. I'm taking the team of destiny, the team who, I did take the Raiders to cover the spread first round of the playoffs, but, the Bengals proved me wrong, and ever since then I've been riding them. I'll ride the leg of Evan McPherson, Big Dick Joe Burrow over here, Joe Burr, Joe Shiesty. And then
It's a lot of dick talk coming from a guy that just wore a dress last episode.
Since they are going to win, I'm going to tell you right now, we're taking orange for the Gatorade color because Sam Hubbard confirmed it on Pardon My Take.
Nice. All right, we like that. We haven't got that pick yet. You're the last pick, and
that's
you're
good.
You're on your own on that one.
No, what's the name
For
of that?
what, the
You
Gatorade?
took +4.
Oh, okay.
Oh, just for the Bengals.
Katie took +4.
Everyone's taking the Rams?
Pretty much everybody else, yeah, or the over/under.
Oh, okay,
So it's
yeah,
just
no, I'm
you and
taking
Katie who are the only people that would ever potentially wear a dress on this show.
that. I'm still the only one. I don't even think Katie's worn a dress on the show.
And also, listen, we got a 12 leg NBA parlay. We want to get your blessing on. We're gonna send it over in a minute.
Oh, absolutely. Because Sean knows I've been building them. Like, I got 2 going right now. I got the Lakers Bucks. I got a 12-legger and the Magic Blazers. There's no one even on those teams. I have like a 10-leg on there.
Why don't you go with a 3-leg and win it?
Because that's not fun. I throw $3 on one of these and I win $2,000. So,
I like it. I like your style. We'll send you the number also to the gambling problem thing.
All right.
All right. Enjoy the Super Bowl. What do you plans for the Super Bowl? Where are you going to be?
Just going to be partying with some friends. That's it. Just hanging out at my buddy's house.
Like
Nothing too crazy.
Don't get blackout drunk.
No kratom?
Well, yeah, no kratom. All beer. Come on.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Talk to you guys.
Later.
Take it deep.
Peace.
Oh, God. All right, Super Bowl props. We're going around the horn. We're going fast. This is the fucking longest
it's
episode
like
in the history of podcasts.
That's all right.
episodes.
Well, what are you going to
But
do?
I feel good. Super Bowl.
It's fucking Super Bowl.
Party!
Get excited!
All right, so 3 props. I'll kick it off.
We don't have a job after this
I was
show.
good.
We don't...
You want to go first?
I'll go first. Yeah.
All right, love it.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I got one that I really like.
All right,
I did some research on it.
Mine
hear
is
it.
boring, but let's hit
Yeah,
it.
mine
Okay.
are kind of boring. Too.
My first prop, I'm taking the over in the national anthem. The over-under for the national anthem is 95 seconds. Mickey Guyton is singing the national anthem.
Who?
Who is that?
Mickey Guyton. She's a country western singer. Good-looking girl.
Myron Guyton's, I think it's his niece.
I don't know who that is.
Choir?
Myron Guyton?
She have a
Myron
choir
Guyton?
behind her?
No,
Do
it
we
is.
know?
I don't know. I didn't get into
Old
that.
Giants quarterback?
That's big.
No, don't know. Okay. The last 11 Super Bowls have gone over.
95 seconds?
95. Yeah, it's super short, right?
That's
what you
really
think.
short.
Okay. Her nickname is Quickie Nicky.
What?
Okay.
No, it's not.
Quickie Mickey. That's her nickname. She has performed the national anthem twice. Okay. In 2015, the Nashville Country Radio Seminar Conference.
I don't believe any of this.
I 100%
It's
swear to God, you can go YouTube her.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I watched them today.
All right.
Okay. The Nashville Country Radio Seminar. So the I believe it's called the NCRS Conference. She sang the national anthem to open that up. 90 seconds. Bang. Wow. 2021, she did the Memorial Day concert. It was 85 seconds. Okay.
Wow.
So she's super fast. They call Quickie Mickey again. They call her that. She likes to breeze through it. This is her big break.
Sandbagging it.
What?
She was setting it up for this moment.
Nope. Yeah, right. So she's going over. Yeah. That's why I'm taking the over. Because both of those will be under.
I'm with you.
This is her moment right now.
There's not a chance that she's only going to take 95 seconds.
She's going
I love
over.
the over.
She's going over. Wow. She has to go over 95 seconds. I get
Is that
it.
a FanDuel bet? I didn't see it.
Not yet, I don't think.
Is it going to be?
It's the most popular bet. I
But is it on FanDuel?
I didn't look yet.
Okay.
I haven't put, like I said, I only have 4 bets in so far. So I saw that.
Didn't
And I
Aretha
was like,
Franklin take like 4 minutes?
I don't know, Whitney Houston has the best rendition in the history of renditions.
How long
Yeah.
was it, do you know?
It was long. It was like 2.5. But like, it's usually about 2 minutes.
seconds.
Yeah, it's super short. So I was like, oh, definitely going to have it in the under then. Like, there's a reason for this. And then I started looking at it, and then I watched her 2 performances today. I was like, oh, she like flew through that and barely made that. Like 85 seconds, 90 seconds, barely made it. And now this is the Super Bowl. She's going to be a little theatrical. She could take her time. We're going to hammer the over on the national anthem bet.
Do you think the Super Bowl people in charge got her on purpose?
No, I
Make
think
it
it's
super
her.
quick.
No, I think she's been setting it up. She's going to make a killing off of this.
You guys
Her whole
just made
family,
this bet so excited.
insider information.
So
her
now
whole
you're going to be sitting
family.
around the game and be like, oh, no, the game starts in 15 minutes. I don't care. We need to know this right now.
Can't wait.
It's like when I'm trying to get insider stock tips out of Smitty. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Really?
Just on a larger scale. Much larger.
That's interesting. 45 seconds is very short.
95.
95.
I'm sorry.
Minute and a
95
half.
seconds is
Yeah.
very short for what I'm thinking that it would take.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And it goes from the first audible note until free, like Home of the Brave,
Until the
whatever
end.
it is.
Right. Yeah, you know what? That's what makes me so nervous about those is that you never know when the real end is.
Right. Because she can hang that last note,
Absolutely.
and then the flyover comes, and you be like, "Oh, she's holding it,"
Yep.
It's interesting.
But I think we're gonna go over. I think we're gonna be over by at least 5 seconds, 5-6 seconds.
Love it. All right. My first one, Evan McPherson, kicking points over 7.5.
Whoa.
I still can't find the fucking field goal overs in FanDuel.
It's there. It's totally there, dude.
I've never seen it once. It's a different story. But I love myself a good kicker. Like I said, I think this is going to be a track meet. I think the Bengals are going to get into the red zone plenty of times. They're going to settle for field goal points at least twice. So he's getting 2 field goals for a minimum. Give me the over 7.5 points. Evan McPherson. Love him. Love that they took a kicker in the first pick in the draft.
I know, until he misses one in the Super Bowl. That means
this will be it.
This will be the end of his career.
When he gets 7 points, I'll be like, I fucking hate kickers.
7 points. Jesus Christ, just 2 field goals.
That's it.
I am going to go because we have not a rookie quarterback, but 2 first-time guys coming into the Super Bowl. Stafford is known for throwing some interceptions. Burrow is certainly known for throwing some interceptions. In the game, over 1.5 interceptions doubles up your money at plus 100. I am going to see 2 interceptions in this Super Bowl.
Good bet. Great bet.
One from each side,
Like it.
or 2 on one side. I love that bet.
Great bet. Back to you, fucking Catherine McPhee.
Baller.
We're over here. We're doing it again. All right, my next one is the opening kickoff to be a touchback. Yes, minus 112.
What?
The opening kickoff is a touchback. It's minus 112.
It's only minus 112.
Yeah, it doesn't make it. And no is minus 112. It makes no sense.
Always a touchback.
Always touchback. Even if it's barely in it, they're taking the touchback. Unless you, who was it? Who ran it back that 1 year? A couple years ago? 10 years ago? 12 years ago?
Devin
Why
Hester.
is that
was-
only
yeah.
minus 112?
I don't know. It didn't make sense. I wrote it down though. So
I thought
I'm
the
taking-
last run back was Chicago.
If it's
There's
minus
been one
120,
since?
yeah, it was Hester.
Oh, okay. That's a long time
Yeah.
ago.
If it's minus 120, I'll take it at minus 120. I don't care how you put it up there. Minus 120 is what I assume
What's
it's
the
going to be.
max you would take it at?
Minus 120.
Really?
Yeah. That's what usually what the heads or tails is. Usually
Yeah.
minus 120. That's what I have my other one that is minus 120. So let's even if it is minus 120, but it was minus 112 today on FanDuel.
Interesting.
Opening kickoff touchback.
All right, my next one, jumping on Smitty's prop, but I'm also throwing in another player, but I can't find his prop anywhere. I'm taking Von Miller over 4.5 tackles and assists, and I'm also taking Aaron Donald over 4.5 tackles and assists.
Wow.
I think
You're talking about 9 tackles out of 2 defensive linemen total?
Yeah. I think 2 things are going to happen.
On a team that hates running the ball?
2 things are going to happen, but you also told me that they're also Mixon's going to. I think 2 things are going to happen here. They're going to get to Burrow multiple times,
Yes.
Right.
Agreed.
and I also think Burrow is going to check the ball down to Mixon quite often, and they're going to be right there for him. So I'm
yell.
taking both of them over 4.5, but you can't find the Aaron Donald over 4.5 anywhere. It's not there. It was there in the beginning of the week, and it's
I
gone.
haven't seen either one of them.
It's gone.
I don't know.
Von Miller's the only one that's there.
Don't yell at me for this. Is the sack a tackle?
Yeah.
It has to
Okay.
say tackles
All
plus
right.
sacks.
No, that counts.
No. A sack normally doesn't count as a tackle.
Yes, it does.
No. It will say tackles plus sacks.
In this, it counts. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Okay, it counts in this, but when you look at the stat sheet and the guy's got 9 tackles, that's 9 tackles. If he has 9 tackles and a sack, it'll say 9 tackles, 1 sack.
It
Really?
counts in these
Yes.
props, though.
Okay.
Okay.
See, I'm glad it wasn't a stupid question.
No, it's not.
That's
not.
kind of why I didn't want to mess with
The Bengals' offensive line is in bad shape. Bad to start, not good. I just think the Rams' defensive line is going to eat in this one. Donald's getting 2 sacks, and Von Miller's getting at least 1.
Yeah, I think they're coming after him. I don't know how quick he is getting rid of the ball, but I think they're gonna.
So yeah, you want to make some money. You pick some of the other defensive linemen. Like Donald makes the play, makes the quarterback move. You know what they call it, move off the line. Moves the quarterback off his line, and then another guy cleans it up. Like
They're all 4.5, though.
Oh, really?
They're all 4.5.
Like that, and that's what you see a lot. Like that, you have that one crazy edge rusher, or you have that one interior guy that moves the quarterback out of the pocket, or makes him uncomfortable, and then the other guys just clean it up. They just come off their block and just lay on the guy essentially. So like you want to make some money, but those guys might be plus some big numbers. The other 2 linemen that they play with,
So like halves affect that too, right? Like half tackles and shit.
Yeah.
Like that.
and it's all arbitrary when it
See,
comes
that
to like
would,
the guy.
Yeah, that would make me
It's tough.
nuts
Scoring.
watching that. Like just.
I haven't hit one yet this postseason.
Oh, that doesn't make me feel better.
You know what? Because the Donald one's not out there. I'm going Von Miller. I'm going Smitty over 4.5.
I love it. I think that's fun to watch. I'm gonna go with something super weird and interesting that I must have just, came across on a drunk night while I was looking at Caesars. So I went back and looked.
Devil's 3-way?
No, it's for pass receptions on both teams, right? For the last 4 games of each of these teams, I went back like AJ Glass doing some fucking damage. Both teams have thrown and had a completion to at least 6 or 7 receivers in the last 4 games. The over is 11.5 combined. So if Burrow throws to 6 different guys and they catch a ball, and Stafford throws to 6 different guys, catches a ball, I win.
That's a lot.
It's their average. It's pretty much their average.
That's a lot. That means each of them's got to throw to 2 running backs.
Each of them has got to throw to both of their running backs.
ends.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely
and
right.
3 wide receivers.
Which both teams love their running backs, love their wide have 3 wide receivers each, right? So it's really going to come down to Vance Jefferson.
Aaron Rodgers is the only one that doesn't throw to more than 3 guys in a game.
It's going to come down to Jefferson. If Jefferson gets a completion, I win this bet. And it's pretty much W money. It's pretty much plus 100, 110. And
what's scary is that a lot of times what happens is they only throw to one of the running backs.
Yeah, but you also got that Shawoski guy from LA that might be able to catch a ball.
True.
I don't know. I went back 4 games on each. They each thrown to 6 and over on each.
All right.
So
12's
I mean,
number.
nobody had only the 5
12
player
total
receptions.
combined. Doesn't have to be 6.
12 total combined. Doesn't have to
Okay.
be 6 and 6 or whatever it is.
I like
it's
it.
just
It's a cool bet.
12
Yeah, I like
total
that.
combined.
Also, before we let the night get away from us, there's no way I'm listening to this and writing down all of your 2 prop bets. So please text message me these after the game.
And you pretty much know I'm not going to do that. So.
No, I know. Great.
I love that Tripp's going to have a prop bet for before the game even starts. He's going to have the kick,
absolutely.
the coin. I know the coin toss is
I
coming.
couldn't
next.
find. Oh no, I'm not gonna. I'll tell you
Okay.
that, but I'm not gonna make it one of my official 3.
I can't wait to see what you want to pick for the coin toss because I think that's funny.
I looked for the halftime show bet, and it's none out yet. I know.
There was a couple.
I didn't see any. I couldn't find them.
Oh,
today.
it might have been Caesars. I saw like a couple songs.
Most
That they were
exciting.
gonna
Never been more excited for a halftime.
Yes, this is gonna be awesome. I
this
did
is
believe
it.
it's gonna be.
You're most excited?
In quite a while.
Okay.
No?
I like Snoop. I like Eminem.
Dre?
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I think. It's,
Well, no, Dre. But who's Mary J. Blige? That's her second time in like 4 years, right?
Queen?
That's her second time in like 4
Yeah,
years.
but she's
Wasn't
gonna
she
be
just there?
she's gonna be an ancillary player.
Yeah, she was great on
The
Entourage.
problem that I have is
She's
that
the
it's
Cam Akers of
it's
the halftime
becoming
show.
it's becoming like the last song at a rock show where 94 people are playing a guitar.
Who cares?
I kind of care.
But the thing is, like, I can't listen to the Aerosmith one more fucking time. I hope those guys all die tomorrow.
It hasn't been a rock and roll band in a
It was
decade.
Madonna 2 years ago. 3
All
years ago.
those
It's
people.
horrible.
I hope they
It was-
all
it was
die.
But I'm
awful.
saying it hasn't been a rock and roll band in a decade.
It was what?
Aggressive what I just said.
The weekend last year.
Me,
Was the
I'm
weekend?
aggressive.
I just kept saying, I hope all those people die.
Hope they die.
No,
I'm loving the
I'm definitely
TikTok. There's a
interested.
TikTok trend about like people our age and parents our age, and they're all like dancing in their kitchen. It's
Okay.
like, wait till these kids see
nice.
what I'm about during the halftime.
I wonder.
Super
I
Bowl.
wonder what they're gonna play. I do wonder what they're gonna play, but I am interested. I'm definitely interested.
I think all the adults, everyone that's like 40 years old, like our age, should just smoke joints, like right now, and just like roll them up and just fucking nod their heads like this.
right at halftime.
Right around your
Right
kids.
at
And
halftime.
just be like, yeah, no, this is what we do.
Perfect.
Yep.
It's all legal everywhere anyway now.
It's true.
You know.
Yeah, smoke a blunt and bet 50 on the second half.
I also had a conversation today with Frank from the deli about how excited I am about the halftime show, and he's like 70 years old, and he goes, "It's like the first sign of old age, right?" He's like, "When you get excited
Yeah.
about a halftime show, you're fucking old."
It's like those progressive commercials talking about parking lot spots.
I was like, "Thanks, Frank. Just give me my fucking bacon, egg, and cheese, and shut up."
SBK?
I love it.
Always. All right,
Really?
last one. What we got?
I actually
you
have a
go
lot.
first.
I mean, has the
3
game
times.
started
3
yet
times
when
around.
you're picking it?
No, he made you go 3 times in a row,
guys-
first, which is
I have
great.
2 bets before the
3
game
times
really
in a row.
starts, technically, because
Yeah.
no time runs off the clock if it's a touchback.
Timeout. Still doesn't
You only
understand
have-
how
you-
it goes around in a circle. He's
You
saying
guys are tied, though.
no, but he said he would go first. We're going around in a circle. Now we're back to him again.
Listen
I think it's bullshit, too.
I'm gonna go
Listen to me.
again, and then
Listen
you're
to
gonna
me.
go.
The way I see it is you two are tied, so you're kind of on the same boat.
Correct.
You could go first at once. I mean, he went
That's fine.
first twice.
He's not going to take my
no,
parlay.
nobody's going to take your props.
I just want, for the record, though, you have 2 timeouts left. Luckily, the show's almost over. I don't want to see you start running timeouts.
The Super Bowl's over already.
Timeout.
Now you got 1 left. Is this 30-second? I don't really say prop, but first half under, is that a prop?
Yeah, it's a prop.
I give you first half under 24. Love it. again, like I said, I see the game going one way. I see the Rams dominating. I see the Bengals having trouble scoring. I see the Bengals having trouble keeping them from scoring. I do believe the Bengals are going to limit the big play, and it's just going to be long, sustained drives. So I love the under. That's why I say I love the under. I love rushing over props. I love the Michelle over prop. I'm taking the Bengals. I'm taking that first half under 24. Love the under for this game. Under
Love
24.
All right, I'm going back to one that's going to fucking hurt me because it hurt me the last game this team played. Joe Mixon receiving yards over 25.5.
Oh, I had that too last game. Oh, that hurt.
So nobody's doing a parlay for these props, huh?
Oh no,
Oh,
we
we're
will.
gonna I'm gonna put all these together, multiple different ways.
No, but I'm saying like one parlay.
Yeah, I'll put them all together.
Okay.
All right, so the Rams are gonna be coming for Burrow. We talked about it all fucking night long. I think he's gonna need to check the ball down, dump it off a lot. Joe Mixon absolutely murdered me against the Chiefs. The over was 27.5. This guy just loved 27 that night. Killed me.
That's horrible.
I'm going back to the well, though. Like, I can't see how he doesn't get over 25.5 receiving yards. So, give me Mixon over 25.5 receiving yards. Joseph.
I have so
Mixon.
many. I have so many that I like right now. So I'll leave out my parlay. My parlay that I was thinking of was Higgins TD scorer and Rams defense TD scorer. That's plus 1546. All right, I'm gonna leave that one out, but that one's super.
You have to throw money on the defensive scores.
That one's super fun
this
to
game.
deal with.
But that fucks up my entire thought of the game. Like someone you pick
under?
6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the under as a pick and an under a half as a prop. This guy with his unders. All right, so on Caesar, I found another double up, pretty much on your money, over 3.5 field goals in the game. That's it. Both
Whole game. I
both
like that.
field goals over 3.5. I just think McPherson's going to get 2,
Yeah.
maybe 3.
What about Matt Gay?
So Gay will only have to get 1.
I'm a Gay fan.
But
You're gonna have to get 2. Actually.
if we no, I know. I think McPherson will get 3.
So 4 total you need.
4 total field goals. I mean, the problem is
if they have 3 field goals, I'm nailing the under and the Rams bet.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, what's good about these two teams is if they're in field goal range, they're going to take the points.
They have the kickers.
Both
yeah.
of these two teams are going to take the points.
I don't know about that because you think Zach Taylor could
So
be
what
like,
should I take?
"Fuck
Should I
it."
take Bengals over 10.5 in the second half?
No. You should take the Rams minus whatever they are
No,
in
I
the
ain't
third quarter.
I'm not going under anything. Should I do Bengals over 10.5 in the
Bengals
second half?
over 0.5 third quarter. Love that bet too.
Over 0.5?
Yeah.
All right, stick with your original bet. Let's go.
All right. All right. 4 field goals in the game is going to make you some money. Absolutely. Because these two teams they're gonna kick field goals. There won't be as many fourth down goings unless we're in the fourth quarter. That's what I think. I think they're gonna take the points. They're not looking for field position in this game.
Dynamite.
Dynamite is right.
New rule on this show. No ABVs over fucking 5%.
Yo,
Let's talk about other things we like. That they're no brainers.
All right, who's going? All right, first
Last
off,
one.
Safety bet.
safety bet I absolutely have.
You have to throw money on the safety bet,
100%.
right?
Did already.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I think we all did. You got to put money on the safety bet.
What do you got for
Safety
$10?
bet in overtime. Every
Safety
year.
bet overtime.
away.
Nail both
All
of
right,
them.
I'm
That
gonna,
was my
I'm
next
gonna
one.
have to do overtime. I didn't do overtime yet.
You have to do it. It's
But
plus
I'll have to.
1200.
You're right. I have to do it. What do you got for the coin toss?
Heads.
Heads.
Nah, I go tails.
Oh, this guy.
You got to always bet on your dick.
Got it. I like a butt.
No.
You gotta go heads.
I like a backside.
You like a.
Is it because
know?
it rhymes? Is that what it is?
What?
Tails never fails. Is that why you like it? Warren Sharp loves Bengals outcome. I haven't seen these bets anywhere.
Definitely cutting all this out.
Bengals outcome of the first drive is a punt. Bengals
I have
first
2
scoring
bets.
play.
I have 2 bets. Bengals first drive is a field goal.
No, it's a punt.
LA Rams first drive is a punt.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
Church got one more bet. Let's get it in.
No, I don't.
Oh, you done?
I give you 3.
All right, we're good.
Come on, what else do you like, Jake?
All right, let's go recaps. Give me your recaps.
Oh, boy.
Jesus Christ, he didn't write anything down.
No, definitely
Or
not.
you
Opening
wrote everything
kickoff is a touchback. Yes, minus 112. I'll take the first half under 24. That's going to be, usual minus 110. And the other one I had was the national anthem, Mickey Guyton, going over 95 seconds.
I never even heard of this.
I am
girl.
also
Maybe.
going to go with Clear on the
No,
Gatorade
stop.
Cup.
All right.
Oh, no, I have a great one. Will Jamar Chase hit the gritty? Apparently, gritty's like a dance move, I found out recently.
Oh, I just learned that
yeah,
myself.
I'm kind of old.
I saw you doing it at Island Cava this
That's
week.
Jefferson, right?
What?
That's that's Jefferson's from Minnesota's move.
I think it's everybody's move.
It's
at this
almost
point.
like WWF nowadays.
Oh, they steal each other's moves? Okay.
Well, I mean, Wiggle has the fucking wiggle.
It's
right?
a dance.
I don't know.
Waddle.
A waddle, yeah.
Waddle has
But he's
the
a pig.
waddle.
He does a waddle.
I know. It's great. I hope he does it
But
all the time.
he's plus 150 to do the gritty. So if he scores, you're getting plus 150 if
You're
he
definitely
scores.
getting that.
Yeah, so that's a great bet.
Definitely doing it.
Yeah.
If he scores, he's
Why?
going to do because that's what he
The most
does.
popular end zone dance that's out there right now.
And he's been doing it every week.
And people are
Since-
getting like
Time
rated
out.
on it.
Since when have
you
we
saw
started copying other people's dances?
It's not other people's dances. It's a fucking like hip hop dance,
Oh, please.
which has been happening all along.
Listen, Kurt, I just found out about this today, so I've done my research.
They've been doing the Dougie.
It's big.
What about the Dougie?
Okay, Kate Upton made a career off of doing the Dougie
Yeah.
as watching a Knick game. Like,
Exactly.
And literally, her career took off. So
I think
Jamar
it was
Chase
more-
hitting the
I think it
gritty.
was more than the Dougie.
All right, so she might have 2 or 3 things that helped her career. The Dougie was one. Dougie was one of them. Plus 150. Yes, he does the gritty.
The show went off the rails.
All right, give me the recap.
Oh, I did.
Props.
He did. He got.
I told you.
he
Yeah, I
gave
told you.
it.
Opening kickoff, touchback. First half under 24. Mickey Guyton over 95 seconds.
And he has the under in the game.
And the end of the game. And I love the Rams -4 as well.
I got Von Miller over 4.5 tackles. Evan McPherson over 7.5 points kicking. And Joe Mixon receiving yards over 25.5.
Like him.
All right, I got over over 1.5 interceptions, over 11.5 pass receptions from both teams, and over 3.5 field goals.
All right, that's it.
Man, oh man, we'll
Picks
save the
are
rest
in.
of the notes for next week.
All right, here we go. Super Bowl lightning round. Most memorable Super Bowl. What do you got?
I mean, mine's easy because my team was in the Super Bowl. So do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
We're going to stop eating.
All right, it's super easy. It's John Madden's last telecast. Arizona versus Steelers. My father's birthday. Greatest Super Bowl I've ever seen in my life.
Kenny Schnatz?
Kenneth Schnatz. Let's get it right.
I know. I would never call him that. Probably make me shoot another
It was the best
500
Super Bowl
free
ever.
throws if I did.
Larry Fitzgerald got a late touchdown that my dad thought would ruin his birthday because we did not celebrate the cake yet. We waited it out.
You celebrate the cake or your dad? It's weird.
Listen to me.
I celebrate the cake.
I celebrate. I know you do.
I
Fuck
think-
any
We know you
member
do.
of my
I
family.
think it was a cookie cake. I think it was a cookie cake shaped as a football.
First of all, there's
Okay?
no such thing as a
mean
cookie
Cookie
cake.
Crisp?
It's either a cookie or a fucking cake.
No, it was a cookie cake.
No, what do you mean it's a cookie cake? What the hell does that mean?
Any cookie that's over the size of your palm is a cake.
No.
With
No?
a big giant chocolate chip cookie?
Huge.
Like a black and white cookie?
From
No,
where?
Like, let's say it's a big black and white
Alright, hold
cookie.
on.
Like a
See,
huge
now
one.
we're gonna get racist. No, it's a
Hold
regular chocolate chip cookie.
How big was it? How many layers? Like, how thick
Stop
was it?
fucking hammering with the questions. There's only like 2 or 3 places it could have came from. because
Was
it's
it
fucking
girthy?
Lindenhurst till they die.
I have
It's
no
either
idea.
Patsy's, Sislak's.
I want to. Sadly, I want to say that it was like a supermarket.
Oh man, it's
Yeah, I
such a
know.
disappointment.
So it's not a
I'm
cake.
sorry.
It's just a cookie.
Way to support the Lindenhurst
It's a big cookie.
local market.
My wife bought it. It wasn't my fault.
So you wife put a big cookie from Dairy
Said
Milk.
"Happy Birthday, Happy Super Bowl" on it.
All right, back to it. Steelers, Cardinals.
Greatest game I've ever seen in my life, and most exciting game. And Harrison running a 99-yard fumble return. It was the best. It was the greatest game I've ever seen.
Big Ben got lucky at the end of the game.
Well,
Hines
I know
Ward?
you guys can't relate. What?
Was Hines Ward that? Was that a Hines Ward
Hines
one?
Ward, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah,
Palomalo again.
nice one.
It was great. The best. I know there won't be any Dolphin or Jet stories, so let's see what you guys got.
Dolphins were in the Super Bowl in 1984.
Yeah, it wasn't your best game that you ever seen.
Right, because I don't remember that.
My favorite Super Bowl was
A
Joe
mouthful of
Namath.
my mom's titty. Go ahead.
You can't say it was Joe Namath.
Broadway Joe.
He guaranteed it.
Yeah.
I know, but you didn't see it. But you,
What do you got? You got a
The only
one?
quarterback in the Hall of Fame with more interceptions than touchdowns.
All right. Well, let's not celebrate it. You got a favorite Super Bowl?
I do.
What is it?
Ironically, it's the Patriots beating the Rams. Tom Brady's first Super Bowl.
13th. Oh,
I won a shitload of money on that game as a college student. Poor fucking broke college kid. I was in one of those playoff pools where you put like the strength
Bobby?
of. No, it wasn't Uncle. It might have been Molly Mall.
Shit.
Yeah, it was that long
Taking
ago.
it back.
Yeah, it was. It's one of those where like you could wait the games. You pick the playoff games. You wait the games.
Yeah.
So I was in the. It was me and one other guy. It was either he won or I won, and I had however many points left to put on this game, and he waited his game, and obviously the Rams were like juggernaut favorite. So I was like, he's definitely taking the Rams. So I said, the only chance I have of winning this pool is to take the Pats.
Right.
So I was like, I have to take the Pats. So I took the Pats, and then I was like, you know what? I took my last $100 as a poor college kid in New England, which pissed me off, and I put it on the Pats money line.
Nice.
A lot of nose beers that weekend. That's for sure. Yeah.
Nose beers. Wow.
Wow. Interesting.
Great hit.
It's a good game.
Great
That was a really good game.
That was a good game. I mean, my most memorable Super Bowl, I didn't realize I was doing the show with peasants, but I've been to the Super Bowl twice.
Oh, sorry. Bougie.
I don't think I've ever been to a city the Super Bowl was in, let alone been to the Super Bowl.
Not true. Not true. Because I've been to multiple cities with you. That the Super Bowl was in. You might not remember that you were there, but we were
Like
there.
what?
New Orleans.
You went to the New Orleans Super Bowl?
That's the Super Bowl I
yeah,
went to.
it was a Super Bowl there, yeah.
47. Ravens, Niners.
Is that when the lights went out?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
You know, that's one of the only games I didn't watch because I hated the two coaches.
Really? The Harbaugh Bowl?
I hated it.
Interesting.
Great game.
A lot of storylines. Great game.
Great game, but I hated
Great game.
It's a shame when
There's the fourth time I blacked out that weekend, actually.
you and the stadium.
I was going to say, didn't the stadium black out too?
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flacco won the MVP that year.
Yeah, because he's elite. That motherfucker's elite.
Did Joe Flacco close my eyes, throw it deep, and hope for a pass interference?
Interesting story, though. It was like early on in my relationship with my wife, and it was like a work trip, obviously. She's like, "Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl." I was like, "One of us is going to the Super Bowl." I would say I was sending her pictures for it. My second Super Bowl was at MetLife.
That was a bad one, right?
Terrible Super Bowl.
Yeah.
10 degrees. Brought her. We didn't have any special treatment at all. Like I got 2 tickets, and we were in like the upper deck, and it was like 2 hours of going through security because it was 9/11 and all that other bullshit.
Did you leave early?
Hey, we left after Bruno Mars halftime show.
Okay. Wow.
Really?
That was the highlight of that Super Bowl.
That was a great halftime show. Bruno Mars was
Seahawks,
great.
fucking Broncos. Game was over before it even started.
Yep. Safety,
True.
right? Safety for first possession.
Right out of the gate. Yeah.
That game was a disaster.
So
Yeah.
I know this is really not part of the thing, but it involves Smitty. So a couple of years, I forgot what year it was, but he goes, "Hey, you want to go to the World Series game?" Now, I'm a huge Yankee fan. You're a big Yankee fan. Smitty's a big Yankee fan. So he's like, I got tickets through work for the World Series game.
This
I
involved
forgot.
me?
No, you weren't there. It was me and him. So he's like, "Do you want to go to the?" I was like, "Yeah, fuck, absolutely, I want to go." He's like, "All right." He's like, "Yo, I'll take you, but you have to pick me up here." Typical Smitty, like pick me up at the train station, do this, do that. So we get there, and we'll go to the stadium. I'm psyched. It was Jay-Z had done like the rendition. He did like when New York, like that song came out with I think Alicia Keys singing it. So that song had just come out like a couple weeks before that. So they did like a live thing on the stadium. So we got there early to see that, and then we're going to our seats and we're going up. I'm not kidding you. I was touching the lights on the top of the Yankee Stadium. Like I could have moved the spotlight on the top.
Which game was it? Like early in?
Matsui hit the home run. It was game 4 or 6. I forgot which one it was. Great game.
At least you got to go.
I got to go. I would have been closer from home. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding you. He goes, "I got us tickets."
Hot take. I'm so past going to anything. I don't need to go to
no
anything
chance.
at
No
this
chance.
point anymore.
I'll go to a regular season game.
No
I am
chance.
not going to a playoff game.
Regular
no
season
way.
game in September and October. As soon as the weather changes, I am not fucking sitting down.
Although I'll tell you, I went to
anymore.
national championship game, Notre Dame, Alabama. Amazing.
Yeah, that's different. But like our teams,
I'm not gonna lie.
I have no desire to go.
I would go to any Pittsburgh Pirate playoff game, absolutely, but it's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I would definitely.
You don't have to worry about that one.
I would definitely go to one Steelers. I would love. And the main thing is to be in their home field. I am so tired of being at like Shea Stadium and Citi Field.
Yeah, like a
whatever.
Steelers game in Heinz Field.
I would
awesome.
love to be at a home team playoff game because I haven't experienced it yet. I really didn't. The closest I got to Pittsburgh, I've been to a Steeler game twice, but the closest I bought a 3-game weekend tickets for the Pirates one year, and I couldn't make it. I just couldn't get down there in time. But
Syphilis?
No.
What was it?
No, it was just life. I don't know what the hell it was, but I literally bought the tickets versus the Colorado Rockies for the entire weekend, and I never got a chance to go.
What'd that cost you? About $17 for the whole weekend?
It was probably like $69. Yeah, it was probably really cheap, which is why I didn't feel so bad about missing it. I probably had like my second kid or something like that. Yeah. Like,
I'm at the point where like I'll go to 1 or 2 Yankee games a year. I'll go to a football game, but it's got to be warm out. I'm not going in the fucking cold.
right.
And like hockey, I'll go to every single game if I could. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how those people go to fucking Green Bay and Chicago and they're out there.
Cannot
-5
sit
to
outside.
5 degrees.
Kurt comes home from like a Steelers game. He walks in the house all excited. And he's like, 1, 2, 3, 4. When did we get 5 kids? How long was I gone?
all right,
long.
moving on. Favorite Super Bowl party food? What do you got?
I got a weird one.
Of course you did.
My wife one year
Is it
made
the cookie cake?
No, it was a red pepper cut up right in slits. It was like 3 inches long with cream cheese on it. That's all it was. It was just a red pepper piece with cream cheese on it. And I'm telling you right now.
Now you guys know why he wasn't betting big early in the season.
All right, listen, we're looking for another co-host.
It's the poorest thing I've ever heard.
What do you
We're
want me to
looking
say?
for.
Wings?
Listen, if you're out
Jalapeno
there and you
poppers?
want to co-host the show next year,
Did you have ants on a
this
log
guy's
in
talking about
school?
vegetables at Super Bowl.
You were the kid at lunch, huh? With ants on the log?
My
Like, no,
wife's-
it's awesome.
My wife's a vegetarian. I mean, what else am I going to get? I'm not going to say wings. I'm not going to say jalapeno poppers. I got a question about jalapeno poppers. You like the ones with the cheese in it or the cream cheese?
I mean,
Nacho cheese or cream cheese?
I don't know the difference.
Some of them fake out and put nacho cheese in it.
Either way, it's gonna go in my throat really
I think,
fast.
I
I'm
think
not
there's
gonna know
one
the
that's
difference
better
way or
than the other, but all right.
I know.
I'm going to go cream cheese
I don't
inside.
like jalapenos.
What?
Yeah.
They're barely. You could barely taste them in those things.
Yeah, don't even.
Jalapenos?
In the jalapeno popper.
They're delicious.
No, I know they're delicious, but like I can't tell. It's just a hot, cheesy mess
Oh, well, yeah.
In my
then
throat.
You must be getting
squirting
nacho
down
cheese.
the back of my throat.
You must be squirting in the back of my throat.
Like an uncircumcised penis. A hot, cheesy mess.
Oh, my
My favorite
God.
Super Bowl party food is a cold shrimp cocktail ring.
That's
What?
I mean, you're
Can't
gonna
have
say
it.
that.
Can't have it because of the gout, but it's my favorite.
That's really, it's awfully bougie.
Do you eat the supermarket cocktail
Not
sauce
bougie.
or
Yeah, straight out of Stop and Shop.
bullshit?
King
You gotta
Cullen,
make your
wherever.
own.
Oh, you're not going to like B&B and
No,
getting a...
no chance.
Oh,
the fish market in Bayport, not happening. I'm getting the fucking Stop and Shop one that's frozen when you get it.
Oh.
Can't put it in the freezer.
It's disgusting.
That's worse than mine.
Yeah.
Mine
No,
was
I'm-
No
red
chance.
pepper with cream cheese on it. It was delicious. Just saying. What do you got?
Oh, mine's as mundane as it goes. Buffalo chicken dip. Just simple. It's
good.
It's delicious. That or
it's
Doritos.
absolutely
Like
delicious.
It's good.
I have that on my fantasy
Although-
drafts every year. It's delicious.
Ralphie Boy's wife, Beth, made this fucking cake one year.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh, and she
With the fucking field on it?
yeah,
I
it
remember
was
that.
It was a
Distinctly
football field,
remember that.
and the football field was like it was lined like the numbers were like licorice. It was lined with icing. Plus the green icing on top was the field, and then she built stands, and the stand like the people in the stands were Reese's peanut butter cups. It was like
Intricate.
a diabetic's dream.
That's amazing.
I would have fucked this cake. I swear to God, if nobody was in the room.
That's
probably
what
my
you
favorite
would
snack.
get with from a family that runs fucking 5Ks for fun.
Yeah, they
you
do
know?
the turkey trot every fucking Thanksgiving.
I ate that and I had to fucking immediately go get an insulin shot.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, the next morning they were fucking squatting together.
you have buffalo
Yeah.
chicken dip every year.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, I make it.
Where you going
Huge
for the
fan.
Super Bowl?
My house.
What are you doing?
Going to his house.
Actually, my parents' house.
I love that I wasn't invited.
I got my roommates are throwing a party.
I went to his house one year. We had a good time. My favorite postseason football memory was Ryan LaFleur's house. I watched the year they went it was that year we went to your house for the Super Bowl, but I watched the games before that. The Giants go to the Super Bowl that year at his house and in Copiague, and he had gotten a kegerator for Christmas and a taser. So
Oh, that's a
tased?
terrible idea.
Did somebody get tased?
yeah, if you wanted
somebody?
to get, everybody got tased.
What?
If you wanted to get a beer out of the kegerator, you had to get tased to get it.
Jesus Christ.
It's fun. It's a good year.
Jesus Christ. That sounds like
And
an
Kurt was
MMA thing.
home
I had
eating
buffalo
fucking
chicken.
peppers and cream cheese, and you're getting tased to have a beer.
All right, what was your worst Super Bowl gambling beat? Could be anything.
I think it's every year our $1,000 pool every year. We got a $1,000 box that me and him split every year.
Yeah,
and-
we haven't won that one yet.
I fucking hate boxes. I really do hate
well,
boxes.
we call them boxes, right? Nobody calls them squares.
No,
No.
not if you're fucking.
Somebody was arguing with me last year. Like,
North
no,
of
they're
the
squares.
Mason-Dixon
It's like,
line.
what the
They're
fuck is wrong
certainly
with you?
not squares.
Thank
They're
you. All right,
boxes.
good.
And I hate playing boxes, but I got about 6 this year. Is that really your worst loss?
Yeah, that. I mean, that's.
doing it every-
We haven't won yet.
We haven't.
So
we
you
haven't hit
split
big.
$1,000 box.
Yeah, every year.
Are we
Plus,
doing
on
that
top.
this
Yeah. Well, I just paid for it. Yeah, I would hope so.
You're in it this year.
Yeah, I know for a fact I'm in. Yeah.
Mine was.
Let me know what the numbers are, and then I'll let you know.
Yeah, okay. I'll text you Sunday night.
Kidding. I'm in.
Doesn't matter anymore.
No, the worst part about that is that we used to have 4 players in that thing, which is manageable.
Yeah,
And
but
two
we got
of
rid of
them
Johnny, who was like the worst mush. Like as soon as Johnny stopped getting in with us, we started at least making our money back with touches and shit like that.
Oh my god, this guy's bowling again. It's amazing. My worst loss was, an epic game. I've said multiple times on this show that the only time I really bet was when I got a feeling I was able to call my brother. So I called my brother a couple years ago and I said, I don't know why. I have no reasoning behind it. I want to put some money on the Atlanta Falcons. And the worst part about this bet is not how we lost. It's how in the third quarter I was going, it's really crazy that I bet against Tom Brady, but looks like I'm going to fucking win here.
I had a ton of money on
this
Falcons
one
too.
looks super easy, and it was the only bet I made, and I just stared at the TV afterwards, and it was just me and my buddy Ward, and we were like, it's fucking Tom Brady. It's Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't expect any more.
Right.
It's Tom Brady.
And that's
It's
that's
Tom
not a
Brady.
bad because you at the end you're like I'm an idiot for betting against
Yep.
him. Like
100%. That was my
I lost-
absolute worst.
I lost a
loss.
shitload of money on that game.
Yep.
Couldn't believe that game. You watch that game, and I'm like, this is happening? I can't believe this is happening.
I'm saying somebody arrest Mike Shanahan. Somebody arrest Shanahan. Arrest him.
I watched
Kyle,
the
rather.
replay this year at some point. I don't know when they played it. I watched it and still couldn't believe that they lost.
Like at any point, run the ball. At any point in
My
the second half, run the
God.
ball.
It was terrible.
Before I graduated to the $1,000 box, I was in a $500 box every single year. And Super Bowl 49. You know that one?
You told me the story, so I know it.
This is the year I got married. Malcolm Butler game.
Where everybody agreed. With
Just
the,
give the ball to the fucking guy that's been
To the
running
beast.
the ball
To the
for
beast.
forever.
Right.
And I win $50,000.
oh my God.
Pay for my
With the
entire
6 or
wedding,
with the
or at
extra
least
point?
most of my wedding.
With the extra point?
Yeah.
Assuming the extra point.
With the extra
yeah,
point.
Okay.
Yeah, assuming the extra point. Just hand the fucking ball off.
$50,000.
50,000.
I don't know how you go
Just
to sleep
hand
that
it to
night.
the fucking all of these wedding vendors.
The guy had what? Didn't he have like a 7-yard run and a 6-yard run like right before that
Yeah,
play too?
yeah.
Like it was ridiculous.
Just needed a half
He was
yard run. And they throw, and like my wife's sitting there, and
worst
like
play call.
Did she know?
well, not my wife, fiance at the time.
Did she know about your bet at this time?
She didn't know about it, and it
She
was
knew
also
you had a
very
bet?
hard to like explain it. But like
Right.
I was like,
But were you like where we could win a lot of money right here?
yeah, I was like, we need to.
Did
fucking-
her black eye clear up before the wedding? After
No, what I said was we need a fucking kegerator and a taser right now.
That's a bad loss.
That's
can't
the only
imagine.
one I remember. Like I know we've been losing for years in that other one, but like I can't get over that one because I'm still paying.
That's
for the
horrible.
Fucking wedding.
Ugh, God.
But that's one of those like games go how the games go, and like this game I think is going to go a certain way, and it could very easily go the other way. But like that game, that's a 99.9% chance. Hand the ball to this guy.
Yeah.
Tom Brady doesn't win another Super Bowl.
Yep.
The Seahawks win their second. This guy gets $50,000, gets his wedding paid for.
Was it fourth down?
I don't
It
think
wasn't
so.
even fourth down, right? Like that interception shouldn't have even happened.
Well, when you
Oh
go
my
back to you
God.
listen to the guys, like I love listening to the story. Like the play is the play, but then you listen to the stories years later that come out. Like Marshawn Lynch talks about when the play call came into the huddle,
Right.
and he was like, I almost couldn't believe. Like I started laughing. I was like, no, seriously, like what's the play call? And the linemen were even more angry. Like, no, this is what we wanted. Like the linemen obviously want to fucking punch it in with a run.
yeah.
Of course they do. So they said the linemen were livid. Marshawn Lynch was livid. So then Russ Wilson's like, guys, this is the play call. We have to run the play that was called. Like, let's run the play call. And the guy fucking throws in a pick. And then you listen to the guys on the Pats, and they were like, yeah, no, we've seen that many, many times out of them this season. Wow. On the goal line, they ran this play. So we went over it multiple times in practice leading up to the Super Bowl. So they came out in the exact formation, and Malcolm Butler went, oh, shit, I know what they're going to do.
Before.
So like that wasn't his job. His job was the flats on that side. But he saw it, recognized it from the game plan.
Crazy. I remember. I mean, that one and the Philadelphia New England game. But that one especially, it was just like, even if you weren't rooting for New England, or at that point, I think a lot of people started hating Seattle because they already won. They were in the Super Bowl a bunch of times. They all started having attitudes. But like, you were just amazed. at the end of that game. Like, it was just like, why the
Brady
hell
was
would you
amazed.
do
His
that?
face,
Yeah,
his face when he
just-
picks that off was like,
oh my God.
But that's the worst. That's why I don't fuck with squares or whatever you want to call them.
Don't
boxes.
call them
Don't-
squares.
I don't need to leave it to.
No, it's dumb.
I'll do that one, but like I ain't going out and searching for.
It's
fucking
dumb.
Super Bowl boxes.
Boxes are really, really
And then
dumb.
like knowing what your numbers are is no worse of a way to watch a fucking game.
it is. And that's but that's the problem with these same game parlays that we do and stuff like that. Like I watch the game completely differently now.
Right.
I'll do
I'm
that
screaming, throw it at this guy on the goal line, like instead of just watching the game.
Do you think now that it's legal? I'm sorry to keep this going, but do you think it's going to start killing fantasy? Do you?
I
think
mean,
this
well,
kills
it's funny you
fantasy?
say that because like Smitty bitches me out all the time because we had a fantasy like a FanDuel league,
Mm-hmm.
right? I can't pay attention to all multiple things, and I bailed out of that.
Yeah.
And like but I also got into like back into a couple old school fantasy leagues. I can't do all these things at once. You know, like I can't every Saturday try to pick 8 to 10 guys while I'm also trying to place 10 to fucking
Yeah.
55 bets.
Well, I mean, it's
you know?
'cause-
Maybe
like-
you have a problem.
Yeah, no, but
We
like
definitely
but that's the
1-800-7
reality. Is like
Hope
I
New
got
York.
one of them's got to go, and it's like if I like I went from the yearly fantasy to the fucking daily fantasy, back to the yearly. It's one or the other for me. I can't be in both.
Right.
In a year.
I haven't touched daily since this was legal. Like I usually throw in a couple lineups here and there. But since you said that, like how you watch the game differently,
Yeah. Sucks.
I don't know if you could watch it fantasy wise and gambling wise. I mean, unless you.
It's the same thing. I feel like.
I mean, it is if you're betting on your same guys. If you have your guys in your lineup. And
Yeah,
you're
but like
oh, I hope
I've
he
been
goes over 60 yards.
like working in a bar, watching the game with a bunch of fantasy guys. It's very, very annoying. Like they just all they scream about is their fantasy guys. They don't care about games. And now I'm a gambler, so I have a side on almost every game.
Right.
And you watch that, and then now that it's legalized, the fantasy's over. Essentially, in New York, fantasy ended, and then the legal sports betting happened in January.
Well, that's
props like the same thing, man.
It is. That's exactly what
Props
it is.
are the same
So
thing.
you're screaming,
Yeah.
you know,
Exactly.
like Smitty's gonna be screaming for Cam Akers to get every carry in the game,
Right.
And like he's gonna put $1,000 on Cam Akers over, and I'm gonna sit next to him and just be like, "Dude, shut the fuck up!" Like,
Right.
it's the middle of the second quarter. They have a drive, you know, they have a 10-play drive going.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I think fantasy is going to take a hit wherever gambling's legal. It's just my thought. But I don't know.
It'll never go away though because
It won't go
everybody,
away. It won't go away.
I think the daily. It's interesting though, but they got the market cornered as far as FanDuel goes. But like, I can't do prop bets and daily fantasy at the same time. I can't do it.
No way.
It's too much.
I mean, unless you're doubling up on everything. That's the only thing you're doing.
All right, on that fucking
Is this
sad
show
note,
9 hours long?
it's gonna be.
My God.
But that's it. We're done.
All right. I don't know what we got for the. Are we coming here the next week?
I think so.
We doing a recap?
Yeah, we got it.
We should call the losers town. Just ask how they feel after losing a Super Bowl.
unless LA loses, then no one's gonna be like, "What? What happened last week?"
We'll call
You're
St.
right,
Louis.
nobody would give a
I was
shit.
a little busy last week.
Call St. Louis.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We should call them right now and be like, "Hey, how do you guys feel about the Rams being in the Super Bowl?"
Yeah, call Kurt Warner. See what's going on. All right, that's
Have you
it.
seen that
Super
movie?
Bowl fucking, what is this, 75 Super
saw
Bowl?
the Sean
What's the
Payton
number?
movie. That was
Does
a
anybody
weird
know what the
movie.
number is?
56,
Is that what it is?
55,
What movie?
54.
What number Super Bowl is this?
Are you going to the mall later?
56.
Oh, not the over. What's the Super Bowl?
49.
Yeah, it is.
It's 56, right?
It's 56.
All right, enjoy the game.
Super Bowl! Let's bump them up. Snoop Dogg. First down, dogs.
Take it deep.
First down, dog.